Alright, 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 alright. Let's see. Alright, alright, alright. Hello, hello, hello. We are live on the YouTube. Let me see here if we can edit this. Man, this is a little scuffed this morning, but I appreciate everyone bearing with me. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but it's giving me some issues this morning. Give me 1 second. Why is it giving me... Okay. Alright, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and get these pairings shuffled. Alright, and we're gonna send it out. Alright. It's gonna be up to the players. Alright, let's go ahead and get that sent out here. One more shuffle and we will take a look at the bracket. I'm not even going to take a look. We're going to link it in the chat. We're going to hit start tournament. Why did it set up that way? It's okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Why did it set up that way? It should be multiple people in round 1. Okay. Alright, 1 second, please. Hold on. Alright, we're going to run it. We're going to run it. Alright, alright, alright. We're just going to run it. Alright. So, looks like we got Toxie and Dan, and we got Dart versus who I believe is Jeff Campbell. And then we got Doc J versus Infusion's Cap. So, again, everyone's going to get their fair shake. The rounds don't necessarily matter. It's a double elimination tournament. So, again, it's going to be kept up here. And please report replays here with score as well. Thank you. Alright, we got Toxie versus Dan Lamming. Let's go over who is all signed up for this tournament that is playing today. We had a couple people who actually received an invite for this event and they elected to not play. They either had some other personal commitments or were just unavailable on this day. And so we're going to go ahead and pull up here. We got Toxie versus Dan Lamming. We got Dart X, which is Ken Duong. And I believe K is Jeff Campbell. And then we have Doc J versus Infusion's Cap. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Toxie versus Dan Lamming game. So we'll pull up Toxie here. And we'll get that underway. It looks like we already have a Graceful down. Looking pretty good for Toxie here. Opening up with Graceful. Got the nice couple of sleeves here. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this over to the announcements page on the server. And get this over to the Facebook as well. Let me hop on there. And we're going to get Breaker Summon, nothing committed, Trap Dust Shoot right off the rip. So it looks like we do see Sasuke and Book of Moon hit the graveyard. So we're probably going to presume that Toxie is on Warriors. That is the list that he did take to GGP Atlanta and place second with. Toxie is going to write in the chat that this is a little rough on him, so I'm wondering if he's hit into not really the best situation here regarding this Trap Dust Shoot. Okay. I'm having the worst time right now. Okay, awesome. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, and we're going to get a breaker of his own. Didn't really see what he sent back there. I do apologize. I was trying to set something up. But we're going to hit the Sakura 2 armor with the breaker off the Minecon. So I guess it wasn't his own breaker. It was just a Minecon to get rid of and plus off of. Well, it's not really a... you know. Gets rid of the counter, allows him to set cards, allows him to commit to the board state. He's going to have Graceful here. Judgment's going to come in, swinging heavy. Toxie has a good read on Dan's hand here, so he probably feels it's not too threatening, and that Graceful could get him to a lot of really good cards in his deck. He's going to elect to just get that card out of here and take it down to 4,000. Boogie on down, DD Warrior Lady coming in. He must know that there is no Battle Trap to respond with here from Dan's side. He's going to take 31. So we're quick off to the races here. 49 to 4,000. Dan's going to elect to, I mean not elect, but draw here. Going to get the Jar of Greed on top of that. And we are going to see if Dan is able to shake something up here. And we're going to get a Snatch Steal, which is going to obviously go through. Nothing on Toxie's side to respond to, and we'll get a double Banish. Very, very nice way to out this monster. All right. Let's go ahead and pull up the YouTube chat here as we're going to get a Blade Knight into a set Spy. Not going to take any damage there with the boost on Blade, though. Okay. What is up, Cub Games? How is it going? How is it shaking out there in the GOAT world? We got Gulaz. Gulaz in the chat. Drink some water, buddy. How's it going? Lots of synergy from what I've seen so far. Yes. They've drafted some popular decks, exactly. If you want to join us on draft nights, it's on Fridays. We've been a little late on the drafts, I do admit. Just been really busy. You know, the times are in. But once we get out of this month of December, I think we'll get right back on schedule. I will probably delay it till after Christmas, and that week after Christmas, we will fire off some drafts, and we will do those every Friday night down here in the Discord in Atlantic Goat format. As we're gonna have Toxie bring in a premature burial. Now he has Sasuke, he has Blade Knight to choose from. If I am Toxie here, I am probably going to choose the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke to get in over this Tribe Infecting Virus. Again, this card here that is set on Dan's board, Toxie has full knowledge of it, and so he is not fearing it whatsoever. Now, we already saw the Jog card played. Trying to think what this could be. It could be just a dead Dust Shoot on Dan's part. Or it could be just another bluff. I don't know why you would commit necessarily a bluff, but it could be like a knock or something like that. Goat Laws, Cub says. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see here. Dude, I wish this is just not working. Alright, and we're going to get the Swordsman in on the summon and sending off the Ganman. Alright. Got this linked in a few different places right now. Again, I wish this was working to my ability here. Alright. There we go. And we're going to have some good board presence here from Toxie. Is there a way that not Dan88 can answer? Normal Summon the Faith. Gonna attack into the Mystic Swordsman to set him up for a Chaos Monster. Not where you want to be if I am Dan. And we're gonna have Sangan and Faith hit the banish pile for the BLS. And we're going to answer with a Torrential Tribute on summon. Going to clear up the board for Toxie here and pass back to him. Just needs to deal 200 damage. He knows this back row is nothing, and he's going to draw a Spell and Trap. Alright. Very balls to the wall from Toxie here. Off the gate, but it is looking like it's panning out for him a little bit here. Dan's going to be playing around the Dust Shoot, setting the monster down onto the field and dropping the Pot of Greed. And he gets some units here to deal with things, and Thunder Dragon again also playing around that Dust Shoot. Toxie already has come out down with one. Presume there's more left in his deck. Duelist Done Deal is on Horus. Welcome in, James the Ark, the Professor, coming in. Done Deal is one of our notable players here in Atlanta. Big shout out to him. He's a part of the group of Team Infusions. Infusions Cap, Raven's Anger, Josiah Miller. Shout out to Joe Puckett and Sean Trippioli. I believe that's his last name. Shout out to those guys. They're absolute grinders here in Atlanta. Really surprised that he is rocking Horus for this tournament. That is not the list that I saw last night, but I do know he made a submission very early in the morning, so he maybe was on one. So good luck to him. Good luck to James the Ark in their duel. And we're gonna pop out of this one after game 1 finishes and pop around to another game. These games are not timed. We were originally going to have Swiss, but we did not hit those numbers that we needed to, and we elected to pivot right to a double elimination tournament, which I think works out for everyone a little bit better. It is a Saturday. There are a couple other events going on, and it's the holiday season. We want everyone to spend time with their family, but we got to get in. We got to put our dues in. And these duelists competed in our tournaments this season, and they deserve to be recognized and compete for some extra cash this holiday season. Help you buy the gifts, either for your loved ones or yourself. Be selfish. I don't know. Swiss the GOAT. I know Swiss is the way to go, but it's too much low numbers, and you know Cub, you know about those low numbers in Swiss in tournament brackets. So we were just planning to avoid any type of issues here. So one-man pony show today. So just trying to get in. This motherfucker got Mobius. Yes, Toxie main decks Mobius in Warriors from time to time. It is a interesting decision, but it sometimes works out, I suppose, for him, or else he wouldn't be running it. And we're gonna get in for 200 here under the Sasuke, under the Spy. That'll be the third Spy for Dan here. I've never seen Swiss issues in my life. No way. I know. Pika shocked. Very, very... Especially not around these parts, for sure. For sure. Alright. Dan, again, just kind of chilling. Ring of Destruction has not come down from either duelist. Dan has really not seen any of his units in his back row. I would presume we would see, a Mirror Force coming into play. And that might be the case here with Dan flipping up the Dakoichi. He might have a way. I would suspect he has a way to protect this Dakoichi if this Grandmaster decides to make a move. One of those cards being Mirror Force of some sort. He did set this card this turn, and he's going to elect 2 Heavy Storm. Now Toxie has set himself in a really bad spot here, leaving the Faith unprotected, and Chaos Orc is looming. Chaos Orc here would be... No, it would not be game. It would actually be 2,000. I'm wondering if Dan is realizing this right now as he types in Tricky. Do some tricks on it. Absolutely in shambles, possibly, on whether what's going to happen here. You attack into the Koichi over the Faith. You do 11. If you have the Sork, you're doing 500. So you're still nowhere close to game here. And BLS has already been used. And I highly doubt Dan has a premature burial slipped under his sleeve to be able to answer this question. Now, we're going to elect to Dakoichi over the Faith. And what was the card that was burned? Was it a Dust Shoot? It was a Dust Shoot. Alright, so instead of having something to protect the Dakoichi, he's going to have the Suki. Who is your favorite character in the Heavy Storm art? Mine is the cow. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Gulaz, in this unimportant moment here. Yeah, I think the cow would also have to be my favorite piece of the puzzle on Heavy Storm. I don't think you were voting for the cart or the pieces of wood. And this poor dude that got caught up in it. And we're going to see Toxie admit defeat. Ouch. Alright, we're going to back out of this one here. As I back out of the whole page. Please ignore my difficulties here. And let's jump back into the bracket here and see what's going on. We got Done Deal playing DH 101. That's Dueling High 101. And we got Doc J versus Infusion's Cap. We got Dart X versus Jeff Campbell. Let's pull over to Dart X here. I'm really interested to see what's cooking and how's it shaking down here. Looks like we're in a game 3 heated situation here. Kov is Jeff Campbell. Shout out to Jeff Campbell. Very good duelist. Him and James Ark met it out in the October tournament in the finals. Big congratulations to those two duelists. This guy has Gillosaurus. Yes, Gillosaurus has been on the up and up, both in the Edison circles a little bit. I've seen a couple of videos and murmurs in the Edison community, as well as there's some crazy mad scientists in the Goat community that are trying to make that card work. Shout out to Anthony Angelov for topping the and winning the PWCQ recently with that very Horus list. I'm sure that's fairly similar to the list that Dunn has submitted here. The Petty Influence at Work. Yes. Big shout out to Petty Bourgeoisie. Big shout out to him. We love Will around these parts. Great guy. Great content creator. And great goat mind. Alright. Dart X is been known in the Atlanta circles. He actually received 2 invites for this event, where he was playing the Reasoning Gate limiter removal strategy. A couple interesting tidbits about his deck. He's been known to main Back to Square One, which is a card that you don't see too often. Very cool interaction there. So we're going to see Graceful come down, send the Snatch, send the Swords. We've already seen the Demok hit the grave, and we're going to get a meta play here to clear off this set Mon. Dan Campbell, of course, playing the Chaos Turbo. And we're going to have that monster sucked. Big shout out to Petty. Big shout out to Petty. Thank you guys for showing the Petty love here. Yesterday was birthday. I should have asked for an invite to this event as a birthday gift. Oh, Gulas. Oh, Gulas. Give me 1 second here. I gotta take care of one. All right, I'm back. I had to sneeze. All right, Cannon Soldier's gonna come in here, and we're gonna have 2 machines rocking it down. Scapegoat coming in, so it looks like Jeff Campbell was on the up and up. Did a little bit of reading into the cards. I really do think that a lot of Turbo players, especially in these events where it's just absolute wildcard mishmash, I think are gonna follow the Anthony Alvarado route of playing the meta package, playing the Scapegoat package. I don't know if he's the mastermind behind that decision, but I think he has shown recent success at the GOAT World Championships, and I think it's a very good 4 cards to slot into that side deck to help you deal with situations like this. Because man, is Jeff Campbell in a hairy situation here, and it looks like he's gonna see the meta of his own, probably electing to get rid of this Jinzo here. I would imagine. I don't see the Cannon Soldier coming up too often for him here. And we're going to probably clear in and do the damage while we can. Alright. We all got robbed of an invite. Yes. For next season, though, we're going to talk about that here when we have an intermission. I think what we're going to end up doing is, so one, we're going to be having a GOAT and Edison Invitational, just like this one here, at the end of the season. And those are going to be based off of our events hosted, that include GGPs and EWCQs. So if you finish well at those events, you'll get an invite, as well as we're going to try and do a tournament at least once a month, if not every other month. We have not decided the schedule for that, but all those online events will be pre-scheduled and predisposed so that you can pick and choose which ones you play in, and that will be all announced in the Discord and on the Facebook group. Some of those will be paid entry, some of them will be free entry, but we will be having online events for people to enter and play in, and anyone can enter and play in those as well. It's going to cost me so much gas if it's IRL every month. No. The IRL events, we're going to have 5 to 6 a year. And that's 5 GOAT, 5 Edison. That is the plans that we have announced. We already have 2 dates confirmed. We're going to be announcing one of those dates here. The other one we're going to hold off a little bit while I have some more details and material for you guys. But yes, 5 events for Goat and Edison. Semi-paid events and semi-free events. Well, the online events, a lot of them will be semi-paid, because you will be playing just for the invite. It will not be a paid endeavor, but the invitational will always pay out. So in a way, you are punching your ticket to get paid, if you play. And semi-free events. We got it all covered, Gulaws. Got it all covered. They're all free events. Yes, they're all free events when you're James the Ark. Exactly. So those are the plans in the cards for us next season. We're going to obviously try and work around PWCQs, GFCs, all that type of stuff. We don't want any type of meshing. So I'm going to be in talks with Go Format people and trying to make sure we plan these out accordingly. That way we can continue to boost up our numbers not only in person but online and bring a presence down here in Atlanta. As we're going to get the Suki over the tear, attacking, clearing a token. And flip the tear back up. Definitely probably sucking. Do not want to give him a Monster Gate target. Jeff told me in October he's been on the technology for years and just thinks it's great. Now, that does not surprise me. Jeff Campbell is a great duelist. Very well-seasoned veteran out here in these parts. And I definitely would believe it. It's just, again, it just gives that versatility to Chaos Turbo in these matchups where you're staring down a Cyberstein into presumably a Gatling Dragon. We're going to go for the flips here. And yeah, win the high rollers and everything is just free. Going to get 2 heads, or are we going to get the ever so lucky 3rd heads? We are not. Luck is going to be on Ken Duong's side here. And we're going to see the Megamorph come down on the Gatling. 52, I'm sorry. And 700. So we're going to be punching in for a big 59. Does he have the limiter? He does have the limiter. And that is all she wrote. Ken Duong is going to be moving on in the winner's bracket. Wow. What a situation to be in. My hearts and feelings go out to Jeff Campbell, but I know he will bounce back for his next matchup. What a way to take it here from Ken Duong, and that's what that deck does, man. That is exactly what it does. Got the flips and just was able to do the damage and the deed. All right, let's pop in here and see what's going on in the chat. It looks like we got one. I report. I lost. I won. Okay. Let me go ahead and update that here. So we got Dart X taking it 2-1. And then we got Done Deal taking it 2-1. Oh, we got Dueling High taking it 2-1. And alright. Got it. Got them recorded. Let's hop over to Infusion's Cap, his game. It looks like Raven's Anger is going to be tapped to play Ken Duong. My thoughts go out to him. Looks like 2 of our probably, I would say, I would go out on a limb and say 2 of the better Chaos Turbo players who got an invite to this event. That being Jeff Campbell and Raven's Anchor. If you disagree with me, fight me. But prove yourself in this tournament then, I guess, if you're in here. But they are going to be taking on Ken Duong and the Reasoning Gate situation. All right. All right. And the stacking starts again, is the notion made by Doc J here. Pot and TD. So it looks like Doc J is actually on Turbo. Cap is definitely playing a cube deck. Yes, he's actually playing 30 cards. To be fair, Dueling High, you have only been to 1 GGP event, but prove yourself here. Take the $400 and run. I'd love to see it. And I look forward to you attending one of our events next season. Yeah, we play 40 in real cube over here. Playing 40 in cube, kind of cringe. That is very true, Don. Been to 1 and won 1, of course. I definitely feel more comfortable saying Raven's Anger is a formidable foe, just because he punched his ticket, I believe 3 if not 4 times for this invitational. He kind of runs circles around the Atlanta Goat format community. He kind of runs circles in any card game he picks up and plays. We do not jokingly call him the James Hames, the king of games, for no reason. Thank you for the replay, Dan. It looks like Toxie got the loss here, and we're going to report that as so. And James Ark, your time to shine, taking on Dan Lamming. Get ready for that one. Raven's Anger is going to take on Ken Duong, and we're still watching this Doc J Infusions cap to unfold. Hopefully this is not game 1. I don't know if they were already paired. They should have already been paired, so I'm hoping this is not game 1 here. But of course there's no times in this double elimination. It's something that we shifted to, and that probably affected a little bit of y'all's deck choices here and there. But ultimately I think it returns to a better product. I mean, it is online, as long as you guys keep a reasonable pace of play. There really should be no issue here. Especially with this being a one-man show, having to take judge calls on time rules would be a little bit of a pain. Looks like Done Deal is going to take on Jeff Campbell here. Did I miss that on the bracket? I did. They are down there in the losers. Sorry about that. Been to 1 and won 1. If it wasn't so far, I would. I totally understand. I totally get it. It is a far-ass drive that you do not expect. Orlando is about 8 hours for me, and I was thinking about going to the YCS, but it seems like it's just going to be Edison Ultimate Time Wizard. I don't know if I'm going to drive 8 hours to play in a pod. I'm 3 wins away from getting that 400. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big ups. Big ups. Luck extreme. Not James Ark. He is on the alt. He is cooking. He does not want to mess up his replays for this one. Best of luck to James the Ark and Dan Lamming in their match. A little bit of a spy on spy action. While we watch this this spy fest here, I did want to talk about our first event of the season. We have a couple bit of prospects for it, and I do have a flyer, but it is not to 100% finished yet. But the details on it are in fact correct, so we will take a look. All right. So this is the official announcement. We'll wait after this duo comes in from Infusion's cap. Looks like all Thunders are ripped out of the hand here. Doc J might be on Chaos Control actually now that we see this, but again, I'm not too sure if DB is glitched or not, and we are just not seeing round 1 and 2. I mean, game 1 and 2, and he's going to hit the Kaiku. And we'll get a set pass. All right, pull it up right here in the middle of this match. We are having a 3v3 weekend happening February 8th and 9th. Edison on Saturday will be a 3v3. And then on Sunday will be a GOAT 3v3. Bring your teams. Sign up. Play for that cash. We're going to be playing for, hopefully, $2,000 per event. I believe we have a $1,000 guarantee on our details page. And if we hit, I believe, 15 teams or 16 teams, something like that, we're going to be giving out $2,000 cash. Based on our turnout for our events this season, I believe that we are very, very comfortably going to hit those numbers. We have been able to look at the books and work with our venue host to be able to provide even better prizing than we provided last season. So I'm very, very excited for what we're able to do in this event, and we hope that you come out, enjoy it, and come support us. That post will be probably going live sometime this month. Give everyone in the Facebook groups and the other groups to have some awareness and come on out to Atlanta. Ring of Destruction is going to come in, clearing the spy, and going to push in with the Thunder Dragon on Infusion's Cap's part, but he's going to be met with a Scapegoat. Getting a little bit unrestless here from Infusion's Cap, using that Ring of Destruction in that situation, and looking to do some type of damage here, but instead taking him down to the 48. Look forward to all of you attending that 3v3 event, whether you play Edison or GOAT. If you can't make that one, we'll have 4 more GOAT and Edison in-person events, and those will include an EWCQ and at least 1 GGP down here in the A. We are working to shake out our exact date on our GGP. Right now, it is looking to be in April, towards the end of April. So we hope to catch you there. I believe if I want to put out a date right now, but it is not 100% locked in, is April 21st. I believe that is a Saturday, and we hope to, if that is what it's going to be, which it seems like it will be, we hope to see you there at the Atlanta GGP. And we will also have, for you Edison duelists in town attending that, we will have a following Edison tournament on that Sunday. And again, we're done with PS5s, we're done with Switches, we're done with cardboard. We're doing just straight, cold, hard cash, just like these duelists are playing for today. $400 cash on the line going out to first place. As Dueling High mentioned already, he is 4 wins away, or 3 wins away from that $400. Big ups to him and best of luck in the tournament, as we're going to have a little bit pass back and forth between Doc J and Infusion's Cap. Got a big think situation here. And straight pass. 2 Evans on my team. Unbeatable. The Cats are ready. Cats are coming out to play. Very excited to see you. And very excited to be putting together this event for the GOAT format and Edison community. I know a lot of people are very, very happy to be able to play in these events. So I'm very excited to put them out. We're even working on a circuit series, if not a circuit series, a convention hall event with the guys over at Big Boy Gaming. Big shout out to Diego and Feel Good Gaming. Big shout out to Evan Lipitz or Lipschitz. I don't want to butcher your last name, but I'm having a hard time remembering exactly the vowels on that one. And we're gonna get a heavy storm. Speak of the cow. And we're gonna get a break on the token. Take out the ability for another meta to come in. And we will get the Lightning Vortex to clear over. And so we'll just completely board wipe the board here from Doc J. Don't know if Infusion's Cap has the units to be able to continue. But he is going to have a set Mon here. Very possible it is another spy. We did not see that spy get set. It was brought in in attack mode. And we're going to see the Serpent on Serpent crime. Nobleman's going to get in there, banish the Serpent, and we're going to push in for 300. Yeah, the ever so scarce Lightning Vortex making an appearance in this one. And we're gonna just throw in the jog, looking for anything to be able to do it. Need an ulti for the cube. Lightning Vortex, ultimate rare. I'll be on the lookout. I'm sure someone has a damaged card, or a moderately played card. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do know that it was a lot, very popular for a minute in Edison format to be played. I don't know if it still sees that popularity, but it is a card that shares formats, and so it kind of has that going for it. Yeah, I do know at the beginning of like when Edison format like started to get played a lot, it was in a lot of lists. I don't know if it's in a lot of lists now, but I do know traditionally it was in a lot of lists, and time period accurate to Edison format in general. It was played a bit. We're gonna see the Graceful here for Infusion's Cap, so some good units coming in hopefully for him. He's already been halfway through his deck, already seen the Thunder Drags, seen the Duo as the second piece of Trinity. And we're going to be sending Tribe and Nobleman here. Tribe is an interesting one. You do know Doc J has a third Scapegoat left. We're going to get the Gravekeeper Spy and get some value off of that. Kind of interesting situation there to not flip up the Spy first. I think just because, you know, you're going to be digging into your deck, you want to be able to thin it so you can not draw the Spy. But he gets lucky, doesn't draw it. Get the Upstart Goblin here to dig further. And we're going to attack into the Serpent. Now this board for Infusion's Cap does leave him open to a potential Thousand Eyes or Strict play to clear the Spies. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but it does set him up and shake down that way. And we're going to get a Torrential Tribute on the Serpent summon. Just clear off the Deco and the double Spy. This can't. I'm convinced this can't be game one. Given the Lightning Vortex and the Kaikus. But I've seen stranger things. Not talking about the TV show, of course. Just going back to the bracket here. So James Ark is playing Dan Lamming. Graves Anger is playing Ken Duong, and this game is still going on. Dundale is also playing Jeff Campbell. So we're going to tune in and take a look at the James Ark Dan Lamming game in just a moment, I suppose. Waiting to see which way this shakes down. Heavy Storm clearing 2. Gonna get the break and the Saku. Gonna just elect to set. Only seen one Faith on Infusion's cap side. One knock is gone. And we're gonna see the Graceful come down on Doc J's side as well. Sending the Serpent, and then has to send presumably a real card. Gonna listen to straight Ottoman music. I hope you like the vibes of the stream. We got a little bit of a Roman / Greek / 1453 situation unfolding here. Don't know if oh, we are also streaming on Twitch. I'm so sorry to the Twitch gang out here supporting us. Or are we? Cub Games typing in on Twitch, let's fucking go. And that's where that's from. Okay. Yeah, it was not allowing me to stream on both today for some reason. Restream was having some issues. His Deco is going to allow him to plus a card here. Alright. Nobleman coming in. Going to be banishing the Faith. And we're going to get knowledge of whether whether Infusion's Cap here has a Faith in hand. He has one Faith in grave. There is another Faith, and he does not. So Faiths are out. They're out of the game. Attack in for 14 here. All right, we're going to bow out of this turbo slow play here, and we're going to jump over to James. We're going to jump over to James Ark. Take a look at his game real quick. Trying to get some variety in here while we can. And boy, do we walk into one here. We got a... wow, okay. Tomato and the Dark Mimic rocking along with the creature swap. Gonna get the BLS Banish on the Sork. Very cool, interesting deck here from James Ark, as we're gonna get Tribe Infecting Virus down. And priority is going to hit and clear the GOAT tokens. Mirror Force to clear the tribe. Must have a way to get this BLS on his side. How is Dan at 79.51? Is that a glitch on my part? Quite possibly. MST in the end phase. Clearing the chute. Pod and Graceful are both gone. Duo is gone. He's seen Trinity. Dan has only seen the Duo. Duo, Sork, Deco, GK, and TD. TDs are banished. Oh wow, there's a ton of monsters banished on Dan's part. He's been summoning those Chaos monsters. Chaos Sork's going to come in, banish the BLS. And it is a top deck situation for Dan Lamming. See how it shakes out. Does Luck Extreme, in fact, have the extreme luck? And it looks like we're going to get a secondary Chaos Mon? Is that what we're seeing? Oh, that was a misclick on Dan's part. Okay. We're going to punch in for 26. No BLS to be feared, and I do think it is a glitch. I'm going to refresh for the sake of the stream here. And get the correct life point total there. That was looking a little weird there for us. There we go. Back to 22. And it is a one swing away from game shot here to take game 1 for James Ark. Dart X locks 2-1 to Raven's Anger. Raven's Anger is going to move it on. Alright. So we still got Doc J and Infusions Cap. We got James Ark and Dan Lamming. And we got Done Deal and Jeff Campbell playing it out. And it looks like Dan's going to open pot into Graceful here. BLS and all the Sorks presumably are out of the game for Dan. It looks like Breaker is live. It looks like Nobleman is live. The last Nobleman for Dan here. Going to be hitting the Faith. And we got 2 cards to deal with this. Upstart's coming in. Gonna gain the Thou Wow. Take it to 64. Both Noblemans are also gone for Luck Extreme, and both creature swaps are gone. See how he decides to deal with this. Jeff Campbell taking the W. Done deal is a done deal. All right, Jeff Campbell moving on in the losers bracket. Thank you for playing, Daniel. Appreciate you supporting us here at Atlantic Goat Format, being a part of our season this year. All right. Thousand Eyes are strict coming in on the Serpent, seeing what it is. Could not be the Magician of Faith, as I believe all copies were removed from play for Dan. So I'm either thinking it is a Deco or the third spy, presumably. That would lead me to believe that. He would have probably sent Serpent off of the Graceful instead of the Faith, and it is the third spy. Alright. And we're in a bit of a pickle here for Dan Lamming. Next turn is 100% game unless that is a Mirror Force. And it is in fact an MST. MST in standby, grabbing the Serpent back. I don't know if that's enough here though. I do not think it is. It's definitely cute on Dan's part to just find any type of way to play. And here he goes, finding any way with his back against the wall. Mind Control coming in, gonna grab the Chaos Sorcerer. Set the Serpent. And setting the stage. You keep the Chaos Orc, Dan. I sucked up the Sork. Yeah. All right. Gonna get some movement here. Dan's still clawing his way for this game 1. Seeing if he can survive in any way, shape, or form. Suki's gonna come in. And he has the second Chaos Sorcerer. And we're gonna go right to game 2. Alright. We're gonna come on back here and take a look into the minds of Infusions Cap and Doc J here. Hopefully they're out of game 1 by now. and we don't know yet. We still don't know. I presume they're not. Dueling Book is not doing us any favors in these matches. They are not informing us what game we are on. Let me talk to James here. And get the scoop. I'm going to get a full clearing of the tokens here from Infusion's Cap. Spy, Serpent. According to our inside source, James Hames, King of Games, this is game 3. All right. Scapegoat, Reaper, Nobleman, Saku, MST, Graceful going to hit the grave after this card's discarded. Metamorphosis. All right. Looking like pretty good units for Infusion's Cap here. Seen the pot, seen the Thunder Dragons, seen the Serpents, seen the Spies. What do we got banished here? The Decos. Okay. Graceful into the Thunder Dragons here. And the Pot agreed. Some pretty good units of his own from Doc J. Jay Swin. Joe. Big shout out to Joe down in Savannah. Savannah Banana World. And this is a very tight game 3. Tribe Infecting Virus would be pretty cool right here, but instead we're going to get a Chaos Monster. Which one is it going to be? It will be Chaos Sorcerer. And we'll get a Prio Banish effect on what I presume to be the Serpent, but we're going to follow that up with a Torrential Tribute. So we do know 2 of the cards in Doc J's hands is Thunder Dragon. That leaves Infusion's Cap to deduce 4 other cards and 4 other threats. Torrential Tribute is going to take care of one of those threats. See which way this is going to shake out on this turn. He did resolve Graceful and pot this turn with a Thunder Dragon, so there is a possibility here. It looks like James Ark took the dub over Dan Lamming. I do not have confirmation on that. But it does appear like that is the case here. Reporting from Dueling High 101. Shout out to the Florida players. All right. Looks like James the Ark took that game fairly quickly. He took game 1 with some strong swings, and I guess he continued that notion into game number 2. And we're going to get Breaker down on the set, and that is going to be a Torrential Tribute. All right. Dan the Lamming. Dan the Man Lamming is going to take on Jeff Campbell in the loser's bracket. James Ark is going to take on Dueling High 101. All right. Best of luck to these duelists here. Raven's Anger is playing the winner of this match, and this is supposedly in Game 3. It's set up on the table for Infusion's Cap to take on Raven's Anger, his fellow Infusion's teammate, as well as War League teammate of Battle Oxen. Big shout out to Battle Oxen, not only because I'm the head honcho over there with Infusion's Cap, but I'm really, really excited to get in for this War League season, as Trap Dushute's going to come in on the standby phase for Doc J. Still having those Thunder Dragons in the hand. Wondering what information we're going to get here. Thunder Dragon, Jinzo, Sork, Vortex, and Ring. Setting back the Sork here, giving him really no way to summon. Gonna take a moment. That was on Doc J's own intuition on what to do. I don't know if the Sork could be the play here. I think that would be the decision to be made, unless you're just you can out Jinzo with what you have set here, because that Sork is just not going to be able to clear that set mod. Damn. All right, Dan Lamming bellowed out of that game with James Arc. He it was just too many units against him, I presume. But here comes the Call of the Haunted on the Chaos Sorcerer, and here comes the Ring of Destruction. Projecting the set mon for Infusion's Cap. So it's going to be James Arc versus Dueling High 101, Doc J versus Infusion's Cap, and Dan versus Jeff Campbell. Thunder Dragon over the Serpent here. And we're going to see a Ring of Destruction of Doc J's own, taking 41, 38 respectively. Followed up with a set. We have seen Ring, we've seen Shoot, we've seen Jars, we've seen Torrential. There is a possibility that this is something to deal with something, but his hand is dead. Sorry about the yawning, guys. I don't know. Haven't had my morning coffee yet. But we're going to get a Chaos Mon here, and I think this is going to be all she wrote for Doc J, as we're going to have a second Chaos Mon come in, and that is going to be it. Infusion's Cap is going to take it to Game 3. We're going to see we're going to see Sacker thrown out by Doc J. I don't know if that's necessarily sacking. You guys both saw Trinity, but very good game, very good push to Game 3. And we'll get that recorded. All right. Doc J is going to get thrown down to the loser's bracket with Toxie. That's going to be a game that's going to be on. Raven's Anger versus Infusion's Cap. James Arc versus Dueling High 101. Let's pull up Dueling High 101 and James Arc. All right. Looks like we got some units. Pot of Greed's been played. Thunder Dragon's been played from James Arc. Spy's out of the game. All right. And we're going to get the Tomato from James Arc. And going to take into 14 on Dueling High. Jar Greed's going to come in. A lot of good cards. Done at the wayside for Dueling High here. He's going to get the Thunder Dragon and set him up for a Chaos Monster here to deal with this Tomato. Is that what's going to happen? Do have a set card here. 2 extra cards that are not Thunder Dragon, and BLS is just going to come right in. It's going to come right in and snuff that tomato out. And James Arc staring down, barrel of a gun here. Kind of ate through, and Duo is going to come in after the Thunder Dragon, and this is going to be a tough spot, but he's going to hit Mirror Force, which is going to be some added value for that Delinquent Duo 1000 that he's going to take. If you have any way to deal with this BLS, and he does have his own Chaos Sorcerer to answer the question. And we're going to get a Book of Moon action to set the BLS, stop the Sorc from banishing, and we're going to flip in attack, attack. Very insane shift of momentum. Book of Moon seeing play in Dueling High's deck. Going to get a Prio banish and just set him down. James Arc is kind of looking for anything to be able to get himself back into this game here. He's going to be taking the 3000, or will he? Scapegoat coming into play and saving him here. Jar of Greed's going to come in the main phase too. See if there's anything else Dueling High can add to protect this BLS from getting sucked. And he will elect to set him on. Now Spy is out of play here, and 1 Night Assailant still remains. We have not seen Fates from the Dawn, and we're going to get a Dark Mimic into BLS to draw 1. Complete act of desperation from James Arc, and this might be it. Chaos Sorcerer coming in, grabbing the set Mon, and hoping for something. Gonna force him to have to banish the Night Assailant. Very good read from James Arc, and there goes his last GOAT Mon. All comes down to this for game 1. What is going to be seen from the top of James Arc's deck? Is it going to be a Snatch Steal? Or are we going to move on to game 2? Still has the Chaos set up in Grave, so he's not totally out of this one yet, but it is not looking great. Tribe Infecting Virus coming in, going to attack over the Sandgan. And we're going to get a Tribe Infecting Virus and Snatch Steal shown, and we're going to scuttle off to game number 2. All right, everyone. While we are chilling here, I'm going to be doing a small giveaway. It is going to be one of our playmats here at Atlanta GOAT format. We have 2 giveaways to give out during this stream. If you are in the chat, please type one time, and actually you can do it multiple times. Fuck it, I don't care. But type 1 in the chat if you'd like to enter the giveaway. It is going to be for one of our playmats from our previous events. Let me pull up which playmat it will be. I will have to check our inventory real quick. All right. 1-1 Quiet Chaos. Master Reactor coming in while playing the game. Typing 1. Let's get a couple more 1s in the chat. We'll pull it after the end of this game here. Kaiku over the break, and Mirror Force gonna meet him for a date. Tribe going to come in for James Arc, sending the TD and the Nobleman to clear off the Mask of Darkness. Like the variety I'm seeing from these duelists today. Just not your everyday standard turbo, and bringing in some really, really cool cards. Something that you don't always see is Mask of Darkness getting in. 2 in Dueling High's deck, and MST is going to clear off that TT and allow him to T-pose and pass it back to James the Arc. All right. A couple more ones in the chat if you are here. Don't want to pull it for just 2 people, but if we have to, we can. Tribe into the Dark Mimic, which Dueling High is not going to reap the reward of. Creature swaps coming in pretty nicely. Card destruction coming in. TD, TD. Put those cards in the bank. See what you can pull out. Tribe into a Set Serpent. And now we got Tribe on Tribe action. And gonna get in for 16 here, tying it up, making a 48-48 game. Pushing it down even further, this Tribe is doing some work. And the 1,000 is going to come in with Kaiku to follow. Alright. Serpent's going to be added here. We're going to get the Nobleman to clear off the Mimic. Kaiku's going to be met with some goat tokens. Now, if James Arc is able to answer this Kaiku, he is set up for the Chaos Mon, and we're going to get a Nobleman of his own to clear off spies out of this game. James Arc does not play any spies. We saw that in game 1. And I believe Dawn is on 3, but he sided out of 1. Okay. Or he has 1 in hand. We'll have to see what unfolds here, as that Upstart's going to come in and give a little boost of separation and breathing room for James the Arc. Kaiku into the set, and it is a Serpent, followed up by another set. This has potential to cook up something here for Dueling High. Going to continue with a set pass. James is just trying to get back into this game, and it is the 3rd spy. So he did in fact have 2 spies in hand, and Chaos Orcs to follow. Going to be clearing off these Go tokens possibly. Hasn't normal summoned yet. And there it is. Going to get a 4-man bounty on these scapegoats, and presumably to be the Sinister Serpent. It is a Dark Mimic level 3. Give me a little bit of extra cards to answer this board in front of him. See if he's able to get it done. He's looking at 31, 43, 46. Have we seen Sangan yet? I believe we have, right? No, we have not. But there is a Setmon to deal with, and Noblemans are out of the game for Dueling High. Nope, they're not actually. One left on Dueling High's part. Let's see what gets done here. I'm gonna switch the Sork to defense. To the Serp. Into the Goats. Ooh. Doesn't elect to banish the Goat there with the Chaos Orc. MST coming in. Book of Moon. Kaiku of his own. Tough spot. Ring of Destruction's going to come in. And he just has the units to deal with this. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it. Dueling High. Going to take it. Alright. James York slotted in the loser's bracket. Raven's Anger and Infusion's Cap. Playing it out. Dueling High is 2 wins away from running away with $400 cash. Big congrats on moving on. Let's see if James Hart can bounce back. Who do we got playing here? We got Dan and Jeff Campbell. Let's take a look what's going on over there in these parts. And it looks like we're in the illustrious game number 3. Sangan, Trap, and Pot from Jeff. Zambira and Jar from Dan. Looks like this one just got started for us. It's a perfect spot for us to sit back and watch. Where is Karem? I'm right here. It is me, Karem. How is it going? Miguel Corrales. How are you, my friend? Welcome in to the stream. An Atlanta GOAT format. Loser's bracket. Dan Lamming and Jeff Campbell. 2 buddies taking it on, playing it out, trying to survive in this bracket. See what's going to happen here. Kaiku and Nobleman to follow from Jeff Campbell. Clearing out the spies from both players' deck. Spy on spy crime. Nobleman's gone. I believe all duelists should be playing 3. There is a possibility that Jeff is only playing 2. Probably to make way for some of his other cards. Especially what we know it's in his side deck that we saw in his first match. We're going to see Kaiku get in and banish and remove that Zambira. Is that me? Is that Midors? Yes, it is. Silver. How's it going, Silver? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. We got Jeff Campbell and Dan Lamming playing it out right now. We just watched James Ark take a dive from Dueling High 101. And then we have Raven's Anger and Infusion's Cap, Atlanta's Own, and Battle Oxen players for World League season number 6. Playing it off right now. A couple loser bracket games that we're waiting on. So Breaker's going to come in and clear this set card. See how it shakes out for Dan here. So he did go into the pot. Has to have a way to out this Kaiku, and Phoenix Windblast is going to come in and be activated. Big think. All right. Had the shit on silver real quick, and we got Magician of Faith being sent. Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing a giveaway right now. We don't have too many people in the giveaway, but if you type 1 in the chat, we're going to be giving away a playmat. So be sure to do that while you're in here. Let's go. Built like a brick wall. Love to see it. Love to see it. Gonna send the Dekoichi for the Breaker on the Windblast. Resetting his deck for next turn. Interesting decision by Jeff Campbell here. And Snatch Steal is gonna follow. I don't know if I like that play there from Jeff. Just because it's gonna now rip both of those darks that you committed, and you would have just been better off getting rid of the Windblast. And now you're giving him a Breaker with a counter for the next turn. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, reminder, if anyone's in here that has not already done so, we have a few people in here that have. Put a 1 in the chat, in the YouTube chat, and we will be doing a giveaway of a playmat. It looks like we're going to be giving away this back-to-school playmat. It is a single-player cloth playmat. It features some Edison monsters and some Goat monsters. Pretty cute, pretty desirable mat from a couple of our duelists around these parts. So if you're interested in winning this playmat, type a 1 in the chat, and it could be you. All right. Kaiku's going to be dealt with by the Tsukiyomi after gaining 1,000, and now Breaker is going to come in with a counter. I would assume this card played by Jeff is not real, and it is a Jar of Greed. He has the option kind of to find out by either going in and dealing the 19 or just getting it out of the way right now. Don't know what he's going to elect to do, but he's going to get it out of the way right now, and it's going to be a Nobleman a Crossout. The only card that could have been there really to give him value would have been Ring. Because either way, what happens is that Breaker's going away. Jess Mess, welcome in. Thank you for typing the 1. You are entered in the giveaway. We'll be hopefully ending this giveaway. I want to get at least 5 people into this giveaway here. We're going to do another one. So again, it's not, the other one is not going to be for a playmat. It's going to be for some Pristine Protection sleeves. Welcome in the Rook Yu-Gi-Oh! Big shout out to Rook. You and Miguel would get along very well. Y'all are about the same height. So big shout out to both of y'all for joining us. Gulaw's entering the giveaway. Free Luigi. That's my boy. He was actually here playing Goat format with me on that day. Let's go Dueling High 101. I recognize Jess now. Big shout out to Dueling High and his camp over there in Florida. Hope you are doing well. And feeding that man right. I see on Facebook all the time some great meals being cooked out for Dueling High. No wonder he continues to have the play that he does. Big shout out to you down there in Florida. All right, Raceful's coming in, and we're gonna see some pushback here from Dan. Tsukiyomi, just like Jeff did and getting rid of this Kaiku. And he's going to be met with a Mirror Force. He breaking. What is up, Evan English? Big shout out to Evan from A-Town. How's it going, Evan? Evan is actually designing our 3v3 mat as we speak. He has some really killer illustrations. I'm really excited to see how it's going to all turn out. Big thing again. We already had mentioned it in the stream. Down here in Atlanta, we're going to be hosting a 3v3. Now, this flyer is not 100% completed, but the information and the dates on it are. So be sure, if you're able to make it down to the A, to head out to us. We are doing a 3v3 Edison, 3v3 GOAT. Edison is Saturday, GOAT is Sunday. It's going to be $2,000 cash. That prize pool can go up. It's a guaranteed payout of $1,000 per event, but I think we should have no problem hitting that $2,000 threshold based on our turnout and based on the reception we've gotten, especially from our 3v3s. Expect it to be a $2,000 tournament per event. Really excited to put this one on, and excited to have you all out. That event will be posted this week officially with all details, information, and pre-registration will go live on the website. Almost all fights are won by those who can eat the most. Baki. Big shout out to Baki out there, all you Baki lovers. I don't know who that is per se, but big shout out to him for saying that. And Zambira is going to get in over this Faith. Again, this is Losers Bracket. I believe Dueling High we watched take over James Arc, so he's waiting for Raven's Anger and Infusion's Cap to get done. So we will see how that unfolds after this one here. This is game 3. It's getting tight. Both duelists are trying to survive and make it out of the first round of losers. And here comes down a Chaos Mon on the tracks for Jeff Campbell. Is it BLS? It is. Does he have a way to make this game? That'd be 41 stacked up. Needs 16 to take it home. What does he have? He does not have it. And we're going to be dealing 41 here. And is Snatch Steal out of the game? It is. Let's see what's going to come down. And Tsukiyomi is going to set. Now, one Nobleman is still live for Dan Lamming. He is going to protect that BLS with a back row, though. And we're going to get a set situation. Suki in hand. Both Noblemen's gone for Jeff Campbell. Ring to tie would go crazy. Gonna see the Jar of Greed. I need more units, says Jeff Campbell. How am I going to deal with this upstart Goblin to make it an even closer game if it could not get any closer? 26-27. Ring is out for both duelists. BLS down on the banish of Magician of Faith. And I expect to see the Tsukiyomi to get in here and attack for 11. We are not going to see that, actually. We're going to protect the Suki at all costs. Must have drawn something really good off of the Jar of Greed. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. And that is going to set it up. Jeff Campbell gonna take it in game 3. We'll never know what this set card was. Big congratulations to him. Thank you, Dan, for playing, coming out, supporting us down here in the A. I appreciate you and all you do for us here in Atlanta GOAT format. And I hope to see you at one of our events real soon. Jeff Campbell, moving on, making his presence known in the losers bracket. Let's pull over to Atlanta's very own teammates. Not only for War League, but long-time grinders out here in the A. Raven's Anger, James Hames, the King of Games, taking on Infusion's Cap, Patrick Boring. as we are in a Game 3 situation. Spies are down, and we're going to be taking 24. Oh no, sorry. It's Infusion Cap's turn. He already took 24. And we've seen Snatch, Nobleman, and Dust Shoot, along with BLS and Sork and Faith out of the game. As Raven's Anger is sitting on at least one more Sork, and we are set up with no lights in grave for Infusion's Cap. Double TD is going to feel very good for Raven's Anger here. Again, still only has one Sork as the Chaos Mon, but going into TD and then the Jar is going to be pretty nice. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull it, and we'll just do the giveaway right away. And 12, 12, 12, the infamous, the ever so rare triple spy threat doing work for Raven's Anger. All right. After this game concludes, we will pull the giveaway. So be sure, if you have not entered already, type 1 in the chat. 1. It's all it takes is 1 in the chat. And we're going to be giving away our back-to-school playmat to the lucky winner. And then we will be doing one more giveaway where we're going to give out some Pristine Protection sleeves. Who, by the way, is our sponsor for this event. Big shout out to Pristine. My boy Mauricio out in LA. If you're in the LA area, be sure to check him out. They just opened their own Time Wizard storefront. Big shout out to him. And big things happening over at Pristine and TCG Empire. All right. BLS of Infusion Cap's own is coming in. Now, there has to be a way that Raven's Anger is able to deal with this BLS. And it is Regeki Break. And that is going to be it. Unless Infusion's Cap has something up his sleeve here to stop the 36, 36, 36. And it is a normal summon Deco with some back row. All right. Dust Tornado going to snipe one, though. And it's going to be a Bluff Minecon. Going to see a Thunder Dragon Tribute to attack over the Deco here. It might be big enough, and we're going to see the Ring of Destruction on the 16-16, and it's just going to be enough to stop the threatening attack here. Pass it back to Infusion's 18-29. Absolutely huge. Going to get some value out of this Suki. Dig further in your deck. Get some units. And follow up with a set. How many Thunder Dragons does he have? All Thunder Dragons are gone. And we're going to get a Deco on Deco situation. And it looks like James Hames is going to go for it. And it's met with a Mirror Force. And we're going to be in a difficult situation for James Hames. He's able to at least do 25 that we know of and get a draw off. This is quickly unfolding for Raven's Anger. And 25 to the dome. Wow. Mirror Force completely shatters the landscape of this match. Is there a way Raven's Anger is able to deal with this beefy Dekoichi? Pot of Greed is certainly going to help. And a Dekoichi of his own into Dekoichi. And that is going to clear. Followed up with a set, and MST is going to rip it. It's a Bluff Nobleman. And we're going to get the breaker for game. Infusions Cap takes down James Hames in the winner's bracket. James Hames is going to be sent down to losers to take on Jeff Campbell, a repeat match from October. And Dueling High is taking on Infusions Cap in the winner's bracket. Very, very crazy turn of events. All right, Dueling High is lurking. He's ready to play. Let's take a look while we wait for that match to go up. How is the Toxie game pulling out in losers? Is there any type of headway being made? And it looks like we're in game 1, and this looks like an absolute mess. All right. All right, we're gonna pull the winners in just a second. So if you have not entered, type 1 in the chat right now. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute for your name to be added into this giveaway. All right. And it looks like we're going to get a Game 3 situation. So we're going to check on Dueling High because we do want to catch the winner's game. And it is up. We made it for the RPS. We are early to this one. Let's see who's going to take turn number 1. Dueling High is going to choose paper, and he is going to go first. All right, reminder here. So Doc J and Toxie, winner is going to play Ken Duong. And the winner of that is going to take on James Ark. Raven's Anger and Jeff Campbell are going to play right now. And then we're slowly wrapping up this tournament. I'm going to start Dueling High off with a double set. One being a dust shoot. So we're going to get a peek into Infusions Cap's hand here. And let's see which way it goes. All right. Thunder Dragon's going to get sent back on Infusions Cap. And we're going to get a set pass. All right, we're gonna pull the giveaway here. The boy, Gulaz. I know you've been playing on a blank playmat for the longest time. Big congratulations! You're gonna be taking home this back to school cloth playmat. Go ahead and get with me. Send me your address. I promise I will not pull a Carl Waite. And I will get you this playmat. Big congratulations to you. We will be doing another giveaway after a couple more games. And that will be for some Pristine Protection sleeves. Big shout out to Gulaz. And congratulations. Alright. We're going to get some card destruction action. Tribe, Break, Knock, and Faith to the wayside. Deco is out of the game. And Upstart is going to come in. And we're going to see another shoot situation. You're welcome, Gulaz. I totally rigged it for you. Because that is what we do down here in the A. We look after our own. Happy we could help you, though. Accessorize a little bit. I know it would be quite bland out here on the Dueling Sphere. With just a blank, no-color playmat. Oh! We're going to get a... I was planning to play something in draw phase from Infusions Cap, and that is going to be a MST onto the other set, presumably. Ouch. 4 infusions cap there. Going to be a slight important misclick that's going to take away his MST. Ouch, 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 indeed. I'll be sure to get that playmat out to you this week. Congratulations again. Oh, I just got tagged for my Slifer Championship game. Hopefully we can get to Raw. Big hopes for me. And we're going to get a Graceful, Ring of Destruction, Gravekeeper Spy, and Magician of Faith. Just want to get some of those units out of your hand so your opponent doesn't know exactly how to play around your hand. And Graceful is the card to do that. Alright, while we are waiting for us to pull the next giveaway, type the number 2. The number 2 in the chat. And once we get 5 more people, I will pull the raffle for Pristine Protection sleeves. You'll be able to choose which colors of Japanese size sleeves you would like. I believe we have red, blue, yellow, green, lavender, and black and white. So be sure to type that in and we will pull that. Big shout out to Pristine Protection again, sponsoring us here at Atlanta Goat Format. Love working with you, Mauricio, and we appreciate your support. Faith is going to come in for Dueling High and grab the Upstart Goblin, taking Infusion's cap to 10,000. Pot agreed to follow off that Upstart. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Faith is going to do a big swing of 300. And here comes Infusion's cap's turn. We do know from the Ravens Anger game, I think Infusion's cap is on a few more units here. But Mask of Darkness is a card we saw earlier from Dueling High. And it's going to grab him the Jar of Greed. And we're going to get a Torrential Tribute to follow. Now this is going to set him up for a Chaos Mon, but we're just going to set, pass back on. Give me 1 second, I gotta sneeze really, really bad. Alright, I am back. I'll turn my camera in just a second here. But looks like we got some spies on spies. And Tsukiyomi coming in. And we might see again another game in a row where we see 3 spies on the board. That is exactly what's going to happen here. Mirror Force is gone. No Mask of Darkness to grab it back this time around. Alright. Nobleman on the last spy. So there were 3 spies on the board. Spy on spy. And Tsukiyomi getting in for 1100. Alright. Graceful Charity, pretty good card to see if I am dueling high. And Heavy Storm and Tsukiyomi. Resolve Spy is the best monster in the game, in my opinion. I definitely don't think you're wrong. It is by far the most utility card in the format, I believe. I don't think there is a better card once it has resolved. In a lot of instances, it's even better than Thunder Dragon. Just because, again, you know, getting to see the protectiveness on the board, as well as thinning your deck, and applying pressure as well. I mean, nothing's scarier than a 1200 Spy when you have no way to answer it. 1200 can be beefy in some select situations. All right. Minecon. Which one are we electing to grab here? One Faith is gone. More probably reside in the deck. We do know he was on Night Assailant, and we're going to flip it up and grab the Faith. Now we're going to grab what I presume to be another Minecon. And we're going to target the Sork and banish. Set him back up with a Magician of Faith. Hoping Tsukiyomi doesn't come in here. And we'll get in for 300. Upstart Goblin coming in, giving some extra units to Infusion's Cap. Now, reminder, these are the only duelists undefeated in our bracket so far, so someone here is going to be moved down to losers. Snatch, Steal on the Faith, Thinking from Dueling High. On the effect, we're going to get a break sending wow. Very hard spot and very well played by Dueling High to counter this Tsukiyomi, and we're going to grab Pot. We have not seen Thunder Dragon from Dueling High yet. We have seen two Faiths. All three Spies. Doesn't play Deco. And here we go. Once again, in this match, if you type 2 in the chat, number 2 will be entered into a giveaway for some Pristine Protection sleeves. And there is the Thunder Dragon coming in, tributing over the Sinister of Serpents. And gonna deal 16 to Infusion's Cap. Jar of Greed. Let's talk a little bit more about our events next year. So I had mentioned we're going to be hosting 5 Edison events and 5 GOAT events in person in Atlanta for cold hard cash. Okay? One of those events each will be a GGP and an EWCQ. Those events, we're deciding if we're going to bump up the invites to these invitationals from the top 4 players to the top 8 players. If that does happen, there will be an announcement made, but as for now, it is going to be just the top 4 players. To help supplement these invitationals with more of you guys competing, we're going to be doing online events for both Edison and GOAT, and we hope to do those at least once a month, if not once every other month. And those will be, some of them will be paid, some of them will be free entry, and you'll be able to compete in those events and gather yourself an invite to this invitational where you can play for $400 cold hard cash. Breaker's going to come in. Is there going to be a way that Infusions Cap deals with this? Both duelists are in a position. Ring was out of Infusions Cap's deck already, but Book of Moon coming in and doing some work. Duo on double TD, and we're going to see Ceasefire come in and deal 15. It is the Faith. Mirror Force to protect. You do have Suki, but now Chaos Orc is going to remove that possibility from the equation. Snatch Steal is gone. Mirror Force is gone. Ring of Destruction is gone. Spies are gone. Faiths are gone. Only Chaos is left. And we're going to attack over the Breaker and pass. Toxie is going to get the dub in losers. So let's go ahead and update that there. Big shout out to Doc J, Jay Swin, and being a part of Atlanta Goat format and supporting us here. Big shout out to the Savannah Banana Joe. And we got Chaos Sorcerer here, who dealt 23 in our little break. And speaking of breaks, Breaker coming in, gonna probably destroy this back row here. It is Nobleman across out, and with Spies out of the game, you can almost anticipate that that is not a card to be worried about. And here comes the Chaos Sorcerer again, unchallenged, undisposed, dealing in 700 on this Breaker. All right, we're in a plus 1,000 for that upstart for Dueling High. I'm gonna get some typing of some sort. It is a very good game. This is, both duelists are in their decks to the same depth. Both have seen 2 or 3 pieces of Trinity, and it has been a hell of a game. It's a me, says Aaron. You should have told me to stick to burn. I could not give any type of coaching advice to my participants. I'm sorry. Better luck next time. It's just the way it shook out, I suppose. But while you're here, I assume that's Joe Blows from Savannah, the Savannah Banana himself. Type number 2 in the chat and be entered in a giveaway for some Pristine Protection sleeves. Regeki Break is going to come in and clear that Chaos Sorcerer. And now it is back to a potential doable game state here. We are only 1 card up on Infusion's Cap. Both duelists are running out of cards in their deck to find the answers for this. And it looks like Infusion's Cap is going to have all of his Chaos monsters at his disposal here. It looks like only Dueling High has BLS to answer with. And are we going to see the BLS here himself? Prio Banish. On the set mon, it is Serpent, and we're going to get a set. Now, the only thing is Dueling High should have Blackluster Soldier to answer this. However, is it one of his 4 cards left in his deck? It is not. BLS coming in, Prio banishing the other BLS, and it looks like he is going to have a 3rd Chaos Sorcerer. No, he is not. Okay, I'm sorry. He Dueling High likes to banish and use BLS's effect before banishing for cost. That's what threw me off. Sorry about that. I was about to say, that doesn't make sense. Usually people are not playing 3. Chaos Sorcerer coming in, banishing the BLS itself. Reporting now from a local source, Jeff Campbell took down Raven's Anchor in the bracket. That is a titanous game. And big shout out to James. I mean, he had 4 invites to this event. He is a big, big dude doing big, big things. Just didn't shake out for him today. Love you, James. And we hope to, play together for our War League season. We'll take it back. And we'll have a good season this year, I'm sure. Jeff Campbell, though, on a tear in the loser's bracket. Ring of Destruction coming in on Chaos Sorcerer. 3 cards and 2 cards left in each other's decks. Big GG's from James Hames in the chat. See if Infusion's Cap is able to remain undefeated here. That has to be the Serpent, and we're going to continue to set. There is a possibility of deck out here for what I presume to be game number 1. Jar of Greed. He is getting quite greedy here. Needs a way to make it one more turn, and it looks like he found it. Chaos Sorcerer coming into play, banishing the Sangan. And this might be all she wrote. And that is it for game 1. Deck out situation for Dueling High in a Chaos Turbo mirror match. Wow. What a game. Yeah, absolutely does not get any closer than that. 1 card difference. 1 card difference in this one. Let's go back to the bracket here. And if anyone's here in the chat, like I said, type number 2. Type number 2 in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Thank you. All right, looks like Ken Duong, Atlanta local legend, is taking on Toxie. These 2 duelists topped the GGP Atlanta. Ken got 2 invites this season. Toxie got 1 from GGP Atlanta. They are going to be playing it out, and the winner of that game from the losers bracket is going to take on James Ark, who got his invite from our October event. Still waiting to see what's going to happen in this Dueling High Infusion's Cap game. But one of them, whatever happens, will be undefeated, and the other will shoot on down to the losers bracket. Dueling High going to start it off with Thunder Dragon and Thunder Dragon. Very good spot to be in. Following up with a T set. No Dust Shoot to come in. And Upstart Goblin. Make it a 9,000, 8,000 game. Just wanted to take a moment again to thank you all for joining us here on this Saturday morning / afternoon here at Atlanta Goat Format. Come in, tune in to some duelists playing some high octane Goat format. These duelists deserve all the recognition for their efforts, not only in other avenues of the game, as you've seen probably some familiar faces here, but specifically in Atlanta. Mask of Darkness going to come in and flip in. Going to just take away any prospect of using it and follow up with a T set of his own. Jar of Greed. Gonna get some play. Gonna sack for the Thunder Dragon, set up his graveyard for the Chaos, and instead he's going to just straight out Nobleman. And there goes Baith from the game. Now, I do have knowledge of some of the amounts of these cards that people are playing, but I believe that they are gone. All right. After this duel concludes, we will pull the giveaway for the Pristine Protection sleeves. All right. All right. What's the spice report? Um, I don't know if the Top Cut has any necessarily spice going on. James Ark is on some really cool chaos control type deck playing Mimics. That is Mimic level 1 and Mimic level 3. That's been really cool to watch and interactive as well. There has been, I know Done Deal was reported. I didn't catch it on stream, but he was reported to be playing the Horus. Um, I believe that it might have been the Anthony. Uh, um, I'm blanking on his last name right now. Not Alvarado, but the recent PWCQ winner, an inspired list from that. Who else was on something interesting today? Ken Tuong was playing his Reasoning Gate limiter removal deck, so that's something that has been a staple for him. Other than that, I think that it's been fairly Chaos Turbo taking the control of the matches. No surprise there. We have seen some really great additions. I think that we were talking about it earlier, where Anthony Alvarado had played Goat Control package in his side deck for Chaos Turbo, and I know he's not the first person, and it was reported here by Cub Games in the chat that something that Jeff himself has spoken very highly of for a very long time. So it is something that has been around, but making waves here and in the GOAT world. GOAT Italia GGP was just reported, and the very similar package of Chaos Turbo with Chaos Control in the sideboard won the event of a couple hundred players. All right, that one was not a deck out situation, as it made it to a game number 3 situation. We have a lot of game 3s happening in this event, and they have all been incredibly close. Dueling High is fairly quick to side up here against Infusion's Cap. Pat might take a moment here and think about his decisions and choices. I've seen a lot of unorthodox cards here in the Chaos Turbo mirror. I don't know if Dueling High is a huge guy on Mask of Darkness per se, but I am here for it. I love Mask of Darkness as someone who's played a ton of Critter format, and I'm glad to see it here performing and shining the unabated side of things in this bracket. And we're going to open with Thunder Dragon for Infusion's Cap. Into an Upstart Goblin, making it a 9-8 game. And we will get a T set. And Nobleman coming in, taking Dekoichis out of the game. Dueling High does not play any Dekoichis, and it looks like Infusion's Cap sided one out, as he had been playing 3 in a game earlier. We're going to follow up with a T set of our own with an additional piece right there. And one of them is going to be the shoot. And Infusion's Cap is probably saying shit. Not sitting too bad. Two of those cards is Thunder Dragon, but it's probably going to hit a real card. And it is the third Dekoichi in hand, so he did not side it out. So one will reside in the deck until it is seen again. What a big reminder. These duelists are playing for $400. This is a free entry tournament based on topping in the top 4 of our in-person events. First place is taking home the entire cash prize of $400. There will not be any splitting. Top 4 will also receive free entry to an event, either Edison or GOAT, excluding the GGP or the EWCQ. Here comes the Breaker. Breaker in. Book of Moon out. Minecon in though. Spy coming out. Gonna do a quick 12 or keep it in the defense. Ken Duong reporting live to the report. He has taken it 2-1 over Toxie. And Ken Duong still showing that he is alive. And he is going to be taking on James Ark. So we are in the thick of it right now. James Ark is going to take on Ken Duong. Winner of that's going to play Jeff Campbell. Loser of this is going to get sent down to the loser's bracket. Gravekeeper Spy coming in over the Book of Moon Breaker. And we got Spy on Spy with another set. See where this one goes. Nobody knows. This is a very intense Game 3 situation. I do know 2 of the cards in Infusion Scap's hands is Thunder Dragon. And we're going to add to those units here with Jar of Greed into a Upstart Goblin. Making a 2,000 life point difference between these duelists. And we're going to see a heavy storm clearing off a heavy storm. And it's getting heavy out here. As a Chaos Monster is going to come in, and it is the Chaos Monster, BLS, coming in, Prio banishing Serpent. And Tsukiyomi coming in to set the BLS and play around the Snatch Steel. One Nobleman has been used from Dueling High. How does he answer? Followed up with another set card. This sets up a really, really tough spot for Dueling High, as BLS could, in theory, banish both or attack. Mask of Darkness is going to come in. Tsukiyomi is going to target the BLS, and we're going to get a pass. Playing it safe on Pat's end. No real reason to apply too much pressure here and leave yourself open to a Snatch Steal. And we're going to get what I believe to be the Snatch Deal on the BLS, forcing him to attack and deal 13. Snatch is going to come in, and he's going to banish Spy. Set. Now Pat has a Snatch Deal of his own available. He's going to gain the 1,000. 18 cards in. 2 of them in hand are Thunder Dragon. And there it is. Snatch Deal of his very own. Going to banish Proc, the set Mon, and it is Magician of Faith finding the set faith, and we're going to flip in. Snatch is gone. We're going to attack in for 18 and 3,000 and an 1,100. It's going to be a big amount of damage there. 59 in total, taking him down to 28. Leaving him to deal with a top deck here, and it is going to be it. Infusion's Cap, taking down Dueling High, remaining undefeated in a Game 3 winner-take-all situation. Very, very close and good games. Dueling High sent down to the loser's bracket. Infusion's Cap awaits his opponent. James Ark and Ken Duong taking it on. Winner is going to play Jeff Campbell. Let's hop on over to this match. And it's not up yet. We are still in the midst. All right, it is up. We are here for the RPS. Now, Luck Stream is James Ark. You guys may know him as an Edison aficionado. Big shout out to him and his YouTube channel. We love the content that he makes over there, and we really appreciated meeting him, coming down to the A and taking the A in our October event. And he's going to be taking on Ken Duong. Ken Duong, one of Atlanta's very own. He is a duelist who has played a ton of Reasoning Gate at our events. He's done fairly well. He actually punched his ticket twice for this event, and he's looking to take it all home from the loser's bracket. James Ark's going to open Graceful Charity there, and real excited to see where this goes. All right, let's get this done and rolling. I'm going to call the winner of the Pristine Protection, as Pot of Greed's going to come in as well. If you are joining us right now, type the number 2 in the chat, and you will be entered to win some Pristine Protection sleeves. I am typing it out right now, so do not miss it. All right, I'm going to be pulling it in the next 2 minutes. The next 2 minutes. We have 6 people entered. Thank you for saying I look like a cute big streamer, as Dustshoot's going to come in, and this is a very, very good spot for James Ark to be in. Now, to be fair, Reasoning Gate, especially the limiter removal variety, can get going in an instant. It is a well-oiled machine. However, knowing what's coming is going to be absolutely huge in this matchup. And I presume one of those cards is a Scapegoat. All right, we're going to be pulling it at 128. I got a couple more people in there, so if you're wanting to join, just type 2 in the chat and you will be in. Locking in at 128. Sandgan's going to flip up. Probably not going to protect here and take the 1,000. So we have Jar, Snatch, Limiter, Goat, and Monster Gate. So we're probably going to see the Goat tokens flip up here in the end phase and try and get in for some damage. Jar agreed first, of course. No election to use the Goat tokens. How many RGT players come to the Atlanta tournaments? Ken Duong is probably our most prolific one. He's really the only one who's had any success. But every now and then we usually get like 2 to 3. Do keep in mind we get about 50 to 60 GOAT players. So 2 to 3, I'd say, play RGT. But Ken Duong is the only one who's had any real success with the deck. I don't think anyone has gotten anywhere close to topping or coming near the top 8. But Ken himself, he managed to do it twice. Believe he got 4th both times. So big shout out to him. The biggest thing about Atlanta's scene, in my opinion, is Jinzo is very popular. It is very, very popular. And Monarchs, Thunderclap, Mobius, even the occasional Grandmark makes its way into those Earth aggro lists. I've seen some Soul Control lists. I've seen some Last Will Monarch type stuff. Definitely something that is a part and unique maybe to the Atlanta community. Tsukiyomi, though, going to come in, clear this crane, get rid of it, and get it out of here. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull that winner of the Pristine Protection sleeves, and the winner is going to be It's a Me, Joe Blows from Savannah, the Savannah Banana himself. Congratulations on winning some Pristine Protection sleeves. Send me what color and your address, and I will be sure to get those to you. Congratulations on the Pristine Protection sleeves. All right. A reduced Fusilier here with 1400, going to do some little bit of poking onto James Arcs' life points. And we will follow up with a set pass. Only good thing that came out of today for me. Well, I'm glad we could make it happen and hook you up with some nice Pristine Protection sleeves. Big shout out to Mauricio and Pristine for sponsoring us here at Atlanta Goat Format. Use Atlanta Goat Format for 10% off on pristineprotection.com. Or if you want to get with me and facilitate a case of your own, I get you some really good rates. All right. Ring of Destruction, though, on the Fusilier. Trying to get under that 5,000. So that you can use this Stein. Don't know if it's going to happen given the game state. Something that's been popping up here and there in the Goat Format community is actually the crackers. Emergency provisions is a good way to be able to get yourself to use a double Stein. All right. Gonna get a lot of thinking. We do know that this set card is probably Scapegoat. That would be my intuition given that we were aware of the Jar, the Snatch, the Limiter, the Goat, and the Monster Gate. Ken is looking for his window. And that's the thing with this deck. Like I mentioned, it strikes quick and it strikes hard. Magician of Faith coming in. Gonna grab the Graceful here. Ken is probably looking for a Trunade or a Heavy Storm type situation. The only thing with that is you're going to have to play through another turn. And with James Arc having so many cards in advantage to you, it's going to be really, really hard to get board state that you feel safe committing to. We'll have to see. This Magician of Faith will probably get protected by the Tsukiyomi. And then you're going to have to answer that question as well. I don't know if Ken plays Nobleman of Crossouts, but it would be nice to see one here. Who won the giveaway? It was It's a Me and Gulas. I'll do one more Pristine Protection giveaway. Because Pristine Protection is such a good sponsor to us here at Atlanta Goat Format. I will do one more giveaway. Type number 3, the number 3 in the chat, and you'll be entered in to the giveaway. Big shout out to Pristine Protection for being a part
of us here at Atlanta Goat Format. As Tsukiyomi is going to set the Faith and trigger the Goat. And that was probably what all the thinking was on James Arcs' part. As you do know, Monstergate is a part of this situation here. Master Reactor is going to have to drop from the event. That is unfortunate circumstances. So whoever wins this and beats Jeff Campbell is going to be in the finals. Sorry to see you go, Don. It was a hell of a run, and I appreciate you being a part of Atlanta Goat Format, and we hope to see you at an event real soon, whether online or in person. I will let you know if you win the giveaway, however. I'll message you and I'll let you know. You or Jess, as it looks like both of you entered. Hope you have fun at the Christmas party, and I will talk to you later, I'm sure. All right. Stein and Gatlin going to come in, and we're going to have an effect on summon. You still get the flips if you want to do it. I honestly sometimes like to use the flips, even if I don't have my monster on the field. Might as well just get the luck out, you know? If you flip 3 tails in a row, I might as well do that now, right? Heavy Storm coming in, and we're going to have game 1 decided by Chaos Sorcerer. And James Arc is going to make himself known that he is not going down against this Reasoning Gate deck. All right. We're going to pull the winner of this after this game. So type number 3 in the chat if you want to be entered. Type number 3 in the chat. All right. I'm going to take a quick stretch break, and we will be right back when this game starts. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with me here at Atlanta Goat Format. And again, be sure to mark your calendars, February 8th and 9th. We're going to be having a 3v3 Edison on Saturday, a 3v3 Goat Format on Sunday. $2,000 cash per event. You do not want to miss it. Okay? Before then, we're hoping to have an online event that's free entry, and all of our events this season will be giving out invites for this very invitational at the end of the year that we're doing right now. All right, let's get into it. And I missed my stretch break, so I'm going to take it real quick. I will be right back in 1 minute. Oh. All right, I have made it back. Here we go. Back into the driver's seat. Let's turn on the camera here. And what do we got going on? Pot of Greed, Thunder Dragon, Graceful, Trunade, and Fusilier for Ken Duong. Faith is going to come in. And Breaker is going to follow. Gonna just elect to go in. No respect to Ken's back row. I'm gonna try and do a total of 22. First is gonna connect, and I imagine the Faith is gonna connect as well. Now you pop. Or you just keep that presence on the board. And we're going to get a pop here, and it's going to be Scapegoat, which would probably have been triggered in the end phase regardless. All right. Dust Shoot's going to come in, give a lot of knowledge. And we're going to get a LOL. I'm presuming that means that there is no monsters in Ken's hand. Either that or there are multiples of a single monster. Big think here, so there is a target for Dust Shoot. It's just not a very good one, it seems. A bit of banter in the chat. Mind Crush being in talks. Definitely means that he has probably multiple copies of a particular monster. Now, with 4 goats here, Cyberstein is not really a threat, but that could change very quickly. All right. Remember, if you're in here, type number 3 in the chat, and we'll get you in on that giveaway for Pristine Protection. You just tell me on Discord what color sleeve you'd like, and we will get that set up. And it looks like he has Gate, Crane, Trunade, and Cyberstein. And we're going to take him under 5,000 with the Ring of Destruction. And we're going to Trunade. And Goat. Very good spot to be here. If I am James Ark, played that pretty nicely. And Monster Gate is surely to get in. Jinzo coming out to play. And do not worry, Ken Duong has 2 more gates to follow suit. Oh, wow, baby. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. D-Mock's going to come in, and he could go for the illustrious quad Monster Gate. And instead he elects to Graceful Charity. Oh, I did not realize our music had ended. We're gonna have some Ottoman type music here. If you don't know, we're the Ottoman Turks around these parts. 1453, baby. I know that the theme is a little bit Greek, but it will all make sense sooner or later. Graceful Charity is gonna come out and make itself known. Grabbed off the D-Mock, and we do know he has another gate in hand and that crane. Now he's set up for Chaos Monsters. And I don't think these goats are staying for this world. Got a math. Gotcha. Okay. Something could come up here. Cannon Soldier. And united we stand. Wow. 68 on DMOC. And that'll be game. Unless James Ark has Karibo. He does not. And we will go on to game 3. Absolutely electric. All right. I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes to submit your entry into the final giveaway for the Pristine Protection sleeves. Type number 3 in the chat. 333. Thank you so much. And James Ark is going to see the Thunder Dragon and the Pot of Greed. Big hand size here, and we're going to have a T set. I would hope for James Ark's sake that that is a card of the GOAT variety, but we will soon find out, as Ken Duong has a lot of options here, and he probably will follow up with a GOAT token of his own. Instead, it is the break to snipe out the GOATs, and we will get a Tomato and a Kaiku to deal 32 to take him under that 5,000 threshold. Very quick out the gates for James Ark, getting Stein right out of the way. Gotta tread very carefully here, though. Gonna elect a double set. See how Ken is able to answer this. 5 cards in hand. 6 cards in hand. What can he do? Reasoning. For James the Ark, what are we calling here? Eight is the lucky number, and what will we get? Prem, Gate, and it will be the DMOC. And we just saw the Prem fold in that mill, so there's no way that DMOC is coming back for now. Very, very tough spot to be in if I'm Ken Duong. Stein is out. DMOC is currently out of commission. What do you do in this position? Fusilier is not enough. You probably don't banish the DMOC because of the threat of Dimension Fusion. So you just gotta keep on playing. Does Ken have another scapegoat to make this a game? Or is this the end? Big think here from Ken. Taking a look at his extra deck here. Trying to think what gets him out of this. And we're going to snatch over the tomato, but it's going to be met with a book. And wow, 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 it just seems James has everything. It's looking very good for James the Ark. And it's going to flip the tomato over the Stein and into the Kaiku. No desire to use the effect here. Probably very right. And we're going to see the Lewis Baton Lightning Vortex making another appearance in this tournament. I believe Joe from Savannah was rocking the Vortex in his list, and he's going to be met with a solemn, a big no from James the Ark, and that is going to be it. James the Ark is going to grab it, and we're going to move on to what is to be the finals. The professor coming out and teaching class, making people take notes out here, is going to take on Jeff Campbell. All right. Just so you know, both duelists, Dueling High has dropped. So, whoever wins this game is going to play Infusion's Cap. Now, remember, from the loser's bracket, you have to beat the player from the winner's bracket who remained undefeated twice. So we have 3 games left at most. All right, hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, while we try and get into the next game here. All right. Here we go. They got one up. We are ready to rumble. Down here in the A. Did we pull that giveaway? We did not. Let me go ahead and pull that up while we wait to get this game underway. We're going to pull it right now for the last giveaway of Pristine Protection sleeves is going to go to Alec. Big shout out to Alec on your Pristine Protection sleeves. Congratulations. Get with me. Send me your address and what color sleeves you'd like. Alec at Osiris. Big shout out to you and congratulations. All right. Moving right along. We are in game number 3. Game number 3. We are in the semifinals. All right. It is going to be James Ark in the top of your screen taking on Jeff Campbell. I don't know why I said George. Jeff Campbell. Both these duelists I met for the first time at our October tournament. They both won their invites from the top 4 of that event. James Ark punched his ticket and not only took home a $1,000 money match in a high rollers game. Big shout out to him. These two duelists actually split first and second. Super cool on their parts. And let's get right into it. Very excited to see what they can bring to this matchup here. Believe we have Chaos Turbo playing the Chaos Control that we have seen multiple times here as James Ark's maintained his presence here on our stream. Been a real interesting deck to see unfold here on the main stage. All right. We're going to get a Dust Shoot right off the rip here. We're going to have 2 Metamorphosis, an MST, a Chaos Sorcerer, a Suki, and a Mimic level 1. Mimic's going to get sent right on back to the deck, making its usefulness here obsolete. Double Thunder Dragon in Jeff's hand here. Spy is going to come in. No threat from the James the Arc side of things, and we're going to probably deal in this 24 with ease here. And, yeah. Don't know if he commits more, and he does. Breaker coming in and saying, let's just do 4,000. Let's just do 4,000. Why not? And this is about a really tough position for James the Arc to be in. He has the answer to the Breaker, but he does not have the answer to this double Spy. Let's see if he's able to draw into something that's going to get him out of this mess. He'll elect to just take care of the Breaker here. Does Jeff have a response to this to make it game? He does not. Keep the game chugging along. Followed up with a double set. Now, we do know that only one of those cards is live. So we will have to see how this turns out. We're going to elect to throw 1 Spy, ass up, and 1 ass down. 1,200 in to make it a 2,800 ball game. Now, there's 2 cards again in James's possession that have some capabilities here to shift the tides. Nothing to deal with this back row, of course, though, as MST has been burnt. And we're just going to elect to set pass. Seems. Instead, we're going to get a meta, actually. Proccing the Faith for the Thousand Eyes. No response on the meta. Will there be a response met on the summon? There will not. And we have Spy on Spy. Electing to pass and not risking it given the unknown that is Jeff Campbell's back row. Playing it safe on the Professor's part, that's for sure. And we will get a Jar of Greed. And we do have Chaos set up in Jeff's graveyard here. What is he able to do? And of course, Chaos comes out. It flies out of his hand. Chaos Sorcerer, that is. Banishing, presumably, the Thousand Eyes Restrict. And we will probably get in with this 1,200 here. Making it a 1,600 life point situation for the Professor. See if he has the answers for this one. Double set committed to the board. And I'm just going to shift it over to defense and bring the Sork to attack. Nobleman to clear out the Suki. And does he have the answer for the Sork? He does. Mirror Force from the top ropes saves this game. Still trying to put in work and maneuver his way out of this one. And we will see a Mimic into a Thousand Eyes Restrict. And we will grab the set. Sorry about that. I had to adhere to my cat. But Chaos Sorcerer is going to come in and get rid of this spy. Now, Snatch Duel is still live for Campbell. No, duelists aren't really that deep in their deck. James has exhausted everything that he has here, and he's up in a lot of card advantage. In terms of units not committed. And Thunder Dragon's going to find its way to the board here. Setting up for another Chaos Monster. And we will see the Sork come in and banish the other Sork. Give it up some utility to protect it in the back row here, and it is presumed to be a tough spot for James the Arc still. Nothing really that could come off of here that could change the tides of the game. Mimic's going to come in, and does he have a third meta? He does not. He has the creature swap. Going to send over his set card there and attack into the Mimic and dealing 100 damage to himself. Very, very nice play set up by James Arc, really showing a masterclass on dueling, and gonna take the 100 life points and grab the Sork for himself. Wow, what a play from James Arc. Now we do know Jeff has one TD in hand, one card unknown, and it's going to be the Thunder Dragon set to avoid damage. And we're going to get the Heavy Storm in and clearing the Chaos Sorcerer. Now we are going to get revealed that that set card that Jeff Campbell set was a Sinister of Serpents. And probably going to just let this Setmon sit. Suki's already gone. Don't know how many Sukis James plays. Wonder if he plays more than one. We're soon to find out, as he's going to suck up the Thunder Dragon, leaving James with absolutely 0 cards and passing on back. That has become a full top deck situation. You're out of your Serpent. You're just going to set him on and hope for the best. Alright. See how it is able to shake up here. Remember, the winner of this game is going to be in the finals against Infusion's Cap, Atlanta's very own Team Infusion's member and soon-to-be player for Atlanta's War League team. Who needs a Tsukiyomi when you have Book of Moon? Now, do you respect the set? Or do you find a way to deal some type of damage? You have to look at his follow-ups here. Sork is gone. Sork is gone. Only BLS resides. What's the best color of Pristine Protection sleeves? It's a me asked. Personally, I like the whites. I think that they look the best, and they're like a classic professional player type feel. But I like the yellows. I think the yellows are bright and nice. I think the lavenders are also nice. The reds are cool too. Not a fan of the greens. I think the greens are too dark of a shade of green. The blue looks very nice as well. The blue and yellow are probably pretty bright. The reds look good. Yeah, the only ones I don't particularly like is the green. I think they're just a little bit too dark of a shade. I think lighter green would be a lot more desirable. Unfortunately, there are no oranges. Not yet. Not yet. They are in the works, but not yet. Oranges would go crazy, though. Wear like a construction reflector vest and then play with orange sleeves. Be good. Be good. Alright. Gonna get some units committed to the board here on George's part, but Not really anything he has to commit. Heavy Storm's gone. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, that's a Heavy Storm on his part, actually. So Heavy Storm is still live for James. Going to see the Jar of Greed. And we're going to get an upstart. All right. Sorry, feeling a little under the weather, and I keep having to cut off, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it. And Suki's gonna finally be able to out that Thousand Eyes Restrict, and the tomato comes in. Met with the Mirror Force. The shoot. This is still a Sinister Serpent that we are aware of. And I believe one... Nope, all Thunder Dragons are gone. Alright. I'm going to step away real quick and get some water. Alright, we are back in the house. What is going on? Gotta stay hydrated out here. A lot of talking, and Thunder Dragon's gonna come out of hand and make its way to the board, tribute over the Serpent, and go in for some damage here. 1600 coming to the face. Don't know if you have to really protect here. It is just 16. I thought it was interesting that he elected to Mirror Force the tomato. Didn't think he had to per se there either, but was probably just trying to maintain control of the board state rather than allowing stuff to build up. As Suki's gonna come in on the Thunder Dragon, removing the Snatch, and gonna be able to go in for 27. But Scapegoat says no. Scapegoat says no. Still a good position to be. You have seen 2 metas, and you have seen 1 creature swap, so there is a possible swap meta situation here where you're going to be taking 16. Sorry, trying to eat my late breakfast in between this game as well. Gotta feel good, so as we go into the finals. Big think on James's part. How does he get himself out of this situation? This is game number 1. And it's just what I thought, which is the creature swap. Gonna deal in 16 here with the TD. As we're going to attack over the Serpent with the TD. And this is becoming more and more of a closer game here. The units are building for James Arc to be able to make a push against Jeff Campbell. All right. And we're going to get a Gravekeeper Spy, deal 4, summon 1. And we'll see where it goes from here. Set 1 and pass. All right. Tribe Infecting Virus coming in. Priority. Probably ditching Serpent here. Calling Thunder. Calling Dekoichi. Sending Dekoichi, calling Beast. Nobleman. Check his graveyard out. Mirror Force is gone. Ring of Destruction is live. And we're going to get a Goats. This is going to be the second of the Scapegoats to come down. And we're going to elect to just clear them out with the Suki. Not even have to deal with the potential of a third Metamorphosis coming into action here. Now, both duels are set up for the Chaos. Who will get to it now? James Arc has already seen 1 Sork. Jeff has already seen 1 Sork himself. Make that 2. What will come of this? And we will see Chaos come down. And it is a second Chaos Sorcerer. Actually, a third, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, just 2. Just 2. Number 2. Got it. Gonna prio banish the Tribe Infecting Virus. And set a card. Now, Snatch is still live. Knock is not for Jeff. How will this shake out? We will get a Serpent trigger trigger Torrential to clear the Tomato and the Sorcerer. Making this a situation where at once Jeff kind of led this game and now he is a bit behind. Thunder Dragon being a little bit of a part of that with 1 in hand for James, but all copies have been played by Jeff. Gonna take 16 there, make it a 32-31. This game is tight. This game is tight. And we have the Serpent to add before next turn for Jeff Campbell. Gonna commit a double set here. Heavy has been used, so you're not really worried about that. Breaker is a card that could be seen as a way to deal with this tribe infecting virus and popping a card. Ring of Destruction also has not been seen. If Ring of Destruction is here on the field and Breaker is coming out, that might be the end of this game. Ring of Destruction is going to be presented first here by Jeff Campbell. Big shift here. Sangan coming in. Now, he is set up for chaos, and he has one BLS left. He's going to take a final ponder at what possibly could be added. Spies are gone. Decos, if he runs more than one, are gone. Fates are gone. Breaker is in the banish pile. What will you do? Serpent is in hand. Suki is in grave. What could you foresee as being the card that puts this game away? Big shout out to everyone joining us here in the chat as well. Big shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. We've been live for just over 3 hours now. Been a great ride today, and I'm very glad that we got to get this event out. And there comes what I was talking about, the awful art, Ring of Destruction. Ulaz, I do not want to see you typing in chat correcting me. That art is atrocious. I did not see the card that was added, however. I was reading my right screen. We're going to get a follow-up of Set and Set, presumably. These are two monsters, and James Ark knows that. And we're going to get a Sangan of his own. And is that all? It is. It is. Wow. What a tight game. 600, 500 life points. Came down to double ring on two separate monsters to seal the deal for James Ark to take game number 1. Infusions Cap says, I hate that art too. That art is disgusting. It is awful. I do not get it. The grenades are stupid. I get it's supposed to look like a landmine, but the fire is so much cooler. Alright. Moving on to game number 2. Jeff Campbell is ready, locked, and loaded. Done signing already. Might take James Ark a little more thinking and maneuvering to figure out how he can maintain his domination in this match and this tournament. Again, pulling up the bracket here. Dueling High is out. He is elected to drop so close to victory. So James Ark, Jeff Campbell, our first and 10 seed in the tournament. Seeds were not based on anything, by the way. Are facing off and seeing where they can land in this finals. One of them will be going home. All 4 of these players, Infusions Cap, Dueling High, James Ark, and Jeff Campbell, have earned themselves a free entry into one of our regular tournaments, either online or in person. Congratulations to you 4. You are our top 4 players in this event. All right. Thunder Dragon and a T set to start. Very good start, but Duo is going to find his way off of the pot into James's hand. Now, he does have to kind of wiggle around these Thunder Dragons, and is he going to be able to do it? He does. Rips the Deco, setting up his graveyard for Chaos, though. Not a bad spot to be if I am Jeff Campbell. Especially after seeing Pot and Duo. Now, is there a way that James is able to deal with these sets? He's going to go right in. Thunder Dragon. I mean, Tribe Infecting Virus into the Night Ass, clearing both. And committing resources. James is up 1 card at the end of this turn. Less in real cards, but cards in general. And he's going to have a pot of his own to take him back on top for the turn on serve. That pot is going to warrant him a graceful charity where he can send a Thunder Dragon and another card. Don't know if he has another good card here. Oh, it was Jar of Greed. And we'll just go in and get the Kaiku in, clear this Tribe Infecting Virus, and make our presence known. Other than the card that he started the game off with, he elects not to protect the Kaiku. We're going to get a breaker here. This could be huge. We're going to get a pop. And it is a Nobleman. And we will get a swap. No reason to not play it safe and clear the Nobleman there. And now you're sitting very nice with your own Dark Engrave, taking control of his Kaiku, and then presumably banishing 2 monsters from his graveyard. And I think we know which 2 are of utmost importance here. There's only one way I think you can go about this, but we'll see what James elects to do here. He's going to elect to do the double banish on the Thunders. I don't hate it per se. It's just a bit interesting, given that, you know, the darks are there. That cuts them off regardless. But I guess if the Kaiku is added, you have the units to do it anyway. So you have the units to do the deed. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Suki is going to come down and clear this Kaiku. So I suppose reducing. And in fact, you're going to Nobleman your own Kaiku after it gets Mirror Forced, the Suki. So you got to do what you got to do. You still have the dark units, but you have Kaiku of your own. And that's going to be met with a Torrential Tribute. Wow, what a game so far. Card for card, piece for piece. Moving in different directions. No lights in James Ark's graveyard. And Jeff Campbell is set up to drop the Chaos Mon. Electing to set, play it slow. Doesn't have the foreseen cards yet. Both knocks gone from Jeff Campbell's side. James Ark has no answer for this set monster. And it is Dokoichi. Breaker coming in. Gonna meet the Ring of Destruction at the dance and take 16 apiece. And now this Dokoichi is gonna make its presence known, taking him down to 22. Follow that up with another set card. This game is getting out of hand for James Ark. Does he have a way to make his presence known? No lights in graveyard still. He's going to find the Thunder Dragon, play around the Dust Shoot. Does he have the Chaos Monster to answer? He does. Chaos Sorcerer coming in, flying out of James Ark's hand, banishing the Dokoichi. A very timely Chaos Sorcerer for James Ark, as he might have met his doom next turn. Clawing and fighting back to be in this game, and we're going to meta away the Chaos Sorcerer. Are we going to see the ever rare Ryu Senshi coming out to play? 2,000 coming in. Surely no answer from Jeff's side here from those two sets. Not a chance. I'm going to take him down to 42. It's a $2,000 and a 2,000 life point difference here. And Senshi's presence is known. All right. Two Darks in Graveyard still have, I believe, two Thunder Dragons in hand. And you are going to fail to find to summon the BLS. And unless this is Gravekeeper Spy, this might be it. And we're going to elect to just go in. And we're going to bring out the Gatling. And this might be it. Is James Arc punching himself into the finals? We're going to get a Mirror Force. And we're going to Senshi for the 1,000 life points. And that'll be it. James Arc takes it and punches his ticket to the finals. Very hard-fought game from Jeff Campbell, but the Metamorphosis is just too much. Double meta goes insane. All right. All right, we have the finals. $400 on the line. James Arc coming from the losers against Infusion's Cap. Whenever you are ready, gentlemen, we will start off this match. All right. Once we get in, duelists, please at me in the Discord. That way we can get this started properly. Give you guys a little bit to take some breathers and get right into it. What a game. Yes. Yes, it's me in the booth. Welcome in, Will. We are about to be playing for the finals of the Atlanta Goat Format Season 1 Invitational. I hope you're doing good, my friend. We are waiting on James Arc and Infusion's Cap to ready up. I'm giving them a few minutes here, actually, to stretch it out and get a little bit of air. They're going to be playing for $400 on the line for this match between these two. It's been going all right. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely a little discouraging. We had a couple of players that were unable to make it out to play in the event that were invited. We had a total of 22 invites, and 18 of those people were actual players. I believe a couple people doubled up and double dipped on the invite. Shout out to Raven's Anger, Ken Duong, and Infusion's Cap on doing so. But overall, supposed to have 18 here. 10 showed up, 10 played it out, and that's why we're in the finals right now. $400 on the line. I'm going to grab some water while we wait for these two duelists to get on in here. But it's been an exciting time. We've seen some really cool decks make it in and out. We've seen some cool deck choices. Dueling High, for example, mained Mask of Darkness. I thought that was really, really nice to see. Also, James Ark here is playing a very cool Chaos control list where he's rocking Dark Mimic level 1 and Dark Mimic level 3, playing with the swaps and a few other cool little cards here and there. So really excited to get in and see this finals match. Obviously, we had a lot of Slew of Turbo turn up, and they've been showing out as well. And that's what Infusion's Cap is on as well. Very excited. You are just in time then. Yes, my friend, you have made it at the pinnacle of this event. $400 on the line between Atlanta's very own Infusion's Cap and the Professor, James Ark. Whew. As soon as they are ready, we will get in there. I'm excited to see how this goes down. I think we've had like 3 game 3s in a row. So it has been absolute nerves for these duelists and myself being in the booth witnessing it. It's been nothing but good games, I think, today. I don't think there were that many 2-0 quick games. So it's been certainly a great watch, and I look forward to editing these videos to have them uploaded to the channel. But in the meantime, we're sitting back and waiting. Hopefully they get in here. Who are you people? Thank you, Zoidberg, for that one. But anyways, let's get these duelists in here and see how it goes. Very excited. Oh, also, Petty, we got Gulaz. He was the first winner of our first giveaway. We gave out a back-to-school playmat, and Gulaz won, so he will not be using a blank black playmat when he shows up to Atlanta. He will have some swag. So we were excited to get that to him. And we are live. Let's get it. We have started. We have Upstart and Nobleman. Mimic was banished off of the Nobleman, and we saw James Ark getting Thunder Dragon. All right, Infusion Cap serve here. 8,000 to 9,000. Let's see how it pans out. $400 on the line between these two duelists. See who comes out on top. Now, James Ark is coming from loser's bracket, so there is a stipulation that he has to win twice against Infusion's Cap. If Infusion Caps manages to pull it out here in this match, that is it. He takes home the Season 1 Invitational crown and is the king of Atlanta for the first season in the books. The Gellin Duo AVI goes hard. It goes hard. He has, and it has done him well today, as it looks like it's doing him some more well, as he's going to meta on his goats and grab presumably one of these sets, but Ring of Destruction is going to say no. You're not going to do that. And that's going to set them up for a Chaos Monster. Instead, he's going to summon the Tomato and attack into a set Spy. Pretty good card to protect there from Infusion's Cap with the Ring of Destruction. And now you're going to get the best card in GOAT format. A resolved Gravekeeper Spy. It's getting intense here, and it is mounting. Damn. Scrub for Life says, damn, Ark on the lunchbox technology. He is. He went to class. He went to school. He brought his own lunch, the sack lunch, to this tournament. Does it pan out for him? It's panned out for him pretty well today. Very excited to see this deck play out. How will Infusion's Cap answer? Tsukiyomi is going to come down on the spies, and we're going to get a spy resolution. We're going to go spy for spy and clear out the goats. And we're going to set a card and pass back. This is probably the 5th or 6th time today we have seen Triple Spy in some way, shape, or form be on board at the same time on one side of the field. Very cool interactions here as Heavy Storm's going to come in and break up the break where he has the Serpent to clear the tomato, and now he is set up for the BLS. James Arc bringing it down. Infusion's Cap leaving himself open to a 3,600 damage swing. And that's going to take him down to 44, practically capping himself in half. We're going to get a standby phase on Serpent there. And we're going to move on into main phase number 1. Going to see what is possible here as Graceful Charity is going to come out and play. Oh man, I need to stay hydrated for this one. This one's going down, ladies and gentlemen. We have Double Spy in Graveyard, Serpent in hand to discard off the Charity. How do we deal with this BLS? We have seen James on cards like Book of Moon. We have seen him on that's the only card I can think of right now, to be honest with you. Book of Moon has been something that's popped up extremely well in good situations like this for James Arc. Is it going to be here for him? Pot of Greed off of the Graceful is going to be really, really nice. Still no Light Monster in that graveyard. Dekoichi, Spy, and Serpent hanging out, throwing a party. Does someone want to join them? And unfortunately, for Infusion's Cap, it's not going to see that Thunder Dragon. And here we go into main phase. This is a very, very tight game. MST on the first set. It's going to be a Jar of Greed. Blind MST is going to be met with its counter. Now, both of these set cards, I believe, were set this turn, so there's going to be a need to respect both of them. Unfortunately, he hits the wrong one, and he's going to say fuck it and not respect it, as Mirror Force is going to come in and clear that BLS. Still set up for a follow-up of Chaos if he has pressure put against him, but we will see what will be done from Infusion Cap's side. All right, we're going to shift the Spy ass up, 1,200 to the face. James is going to take it. Got to do damage when you can. And Infusion's Cap taking it there. Going to follow up with a T set to give some breathing room for Spy in this situation. All right. And Tribe Infecting Virus is going to come in and clear the Spellcaster. That's going to be A-okay with Infusion's Cap here, as Magician of Faith is going to come in and grab the Graceful. And we're going to move on to game number 2. We get a "That's crazy" in the chat. That's crazy. From James Arc. Infusion's Cap is on one today. I will tell you what. And we are moving quickly into game number 2. James Arc readies up quicker than I can even realize. This is all for the marbles here. James Arc is against the wall. Can he push back against Infusion's Cap? Whew. Man, what a tournament. What an event. What a match. Been nothing but a great time to host, and I appreciate all of you guys tuning in to Atlanta Goat format here. Down here in Atlanta, breaking out the Invitational. $400 on the line. James Arc going first. Nate Dog 29. What was the event? This is the Invitational. So our top 4 players from our in-person events this year. There was 5 GOAT format events. Everyone from top 4 got invited to this event, and they're playing for $400 cash for first place. That is the event. So we had some duelists show up today, submit their lists, and play. Calvin Yu-Gi-Oh! Said, thanks for streaming the event. Appreciate the content. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Hope you're having a good one. And thank you for coming out to Atlanta GOAT format. Yes, we have to wrap up the year in a good way, and I think we need to celebrate the players that did so and came out all the way down to Atlanta. So, James Ark is not from Atlanta, but he conquered the A in October. And here he is in the finals, playing for $400 cash. Something that we want to continue to do more of here. And we're going to try and supplement our invites more with some online tournaments throughout the year as well. So everyone has a chance to compete in the A in this invitational event. All right. Let's see here. Shoot off of the Pot of Greed and the Thunder Dragon. Going to get some info here for James Ark. Hoping to make it out to Atlanta to play some GOATs someday. For sure. Come on out. Speaking of, February 8th and 9th, we are having a 3v3 weekend at Edison on Saturday. GOAT on Sunday. Separate 3v3 events. Bring your teams and come out and play for cold hard cash. The events are expected to pay out $2,000 per event. They can go up. Guaranteed is $1,000 per event, but there should be no reason we don't hit the 2,000 mark. We've been pulling about 50 to 60 players per Edison and per GOAT events, which is just right at where we need to be able to host a little more than $2,000 cash. So if you're available February 8th and 9th, come on down to Atlanta and come compete. If not, we'll have 4 more GOAT and 4 more Edison in-person events. Hope to see you there. All right, Dark Mimic coming out to play in this finals. James has been playing the Lunchbox with Dark Mimic 1 and level 2, and he's going to get in for 100 life points. How insane would it be if that 100 life points becomes absolutely important here in this match? Would be cool to see. All right. Double TD in hand, 4 infusions cap, and we're going to just go right in and MST the Scapegoats. Very good snipe on Cap's part to be able to sniff that out. 80 turn clock isn't bad. Exactly. It is putting in the work. All right. Now, do keep in mind, I've already mentioned this before, but for some of the new people tuning in, James Ark is coming from losers, so there is a double whammy that has to occur to take down Infusion's Cap here. And all the momentum from Game 1 was in Infusion Cap's favor. We're looking and rooting for James Ark to turn it around. Magician of Faith is going to find its way out of this game. Double Faith from James Ark. I'm not sure if he plays 3. Double from Infusion's Cap. Again, also not sure if he plays 3. But for now, it's out of the game and out of the way. We're going to have one less level 1 for James to manipulate with Metamorphosis. And he's going to elect to leave the Mimic. I think Infusion's had one in hand from Shoot, so he does play 3. Interesting. Okay. We do have that knowledge. Thank you. Thank you, Nate Dog. And we're going to get that right out with the Nobleman. And there it goes. Faith is officially out of the game now. And we'll have the Suki and Mimic will gain the effect. And we will discard for hand size Dark Mimic level 3. So does that mean that he did not have any Mimic 3s in deck because he elected to... I mean, maybe not because of the Suki. You just get the draw anyways. You don't really care about dealing the 1,000 there, I suppose, when you do get to see another card in your deck. All right. He had it in defense position, SP. Got it. All right. Snatch Steal with a Suki of his own. They're trading lunchboxes. did not like what your mom packed you, and you have packed yourself a card that is not going to see this battle phase or this turn. Going to pass with the Mimic on board and saying, no, you deal with it. James Arc is set up for the Chaos. Leaving the Mimic defenseless with 100 life points and 100 attack points. And Sangan's going to eat it up, dealing 900. And we'll get a set pass. Had a lot of good duelists show up today. We had James Hames from Atlanta play out. James the Arc and Infusions Cap here. We had Dan Lamming come out and play. Jeff Campbell logged on. Was surprised with that one. Doc J, Jay Swin, Ken Duong. Who else am I remembering? Toxie. Dueling High was here, but he had to go. So that's why James Arc made himself one step closer to the finals with that one. And Spy is going to come in and eat up this Thunder Dragon, bring out the Resolve Spy, dealing 400 to James Arc, making a 1,600 point difference between the two. And now he has Sangan in the graveyard from the Thunder Dragon sack. All right. A lot of cards in Infusions Cap's hand. What can he do to deal with this? No shoot, says James Arc. Ways to deal with this, but it is a bit tricky. You don't know what this set card is. You don't want to certainly play into something that is looming. I think he makes the right decision. Set them on, let it play. All right. A long thing from James Arc. See what can happen here. Chaos is live. Little quick peek-see from James Arc. Gonna just elect to attack into the set, which is Dekoichi. Gonna continue to get deeper into that deck. Follow up with 2 more sets. 1 Nobleman is gone. 4 Infusions Cap. And we'll get the AOK, so still no shoot. Nothing to be worried about from Infusions Cap. In terms of what this could be a Mimic, could be a Spy. Probably not a Serpent. Definitely a Mimic or a Spy is what I'm thinking. And we'll just continue to set. Perfectly fine spot, but it's going to get sniped by the MST, and there goes the break. And it is the Mimic. And we will get the Regeki break on the set, which will be the Dekoichi. And it looks like we're going to see Chaos here. Big look at your graveyard from James Arc. Don't know if he needs to per se, but he is giving it a ponder. He is going to go through with it. banishing Mimic 3 and the Thunder Dragon, and elect to just deal with one of these Gravekeeper spies now rather than later, and banish off the spy. And there comes the BLS. And that should be enough with the Suki. It's not going to be enough, actually. Oh, is it? Oh, I have a total... I think DB just died. Exactly 100, so that 100 did come into effect with that Mimic. Okay, there we go. I knew it was close. That was exact game. Dark Mimic level 1 attacking indirectly early on in the game just got James Arc that game. The Lunchbox. The Lunchbox coming in and winning James Arc that game. That's crazy. What intuition. What foresight. The professor. Schooling Infusion's Cap in the arts of the Packed Lunch. Alright, game number 3. Infusion's Cap on serve. Again, this is for $400. Infusion's Cap, if he's able to walk away here, he can wash his hands, dust them off. It's over. But if James Arc is able to surmount the comeback from losers, we got ourselves another game on our hands. How will this unfold? We'll get a T-set pass from Infusions after resolving Thunder Dragon, so 2 TDs in hand for Infusions. Game 3. Man, the amount of tight game 3s we've had all day. Breaker's gonna come in, and he's going to break on a Jar of Greed. Get some value off of it, my friend. And he is going to have a Dekoichi to get some more cards. We're just going to straight pass, leaving the Breaker defenseless on the field. Double TD in hand. How do you deal with this Infusion's Cap? Chaos is set up in Grave. Upstart comes in first. And the duo. Hitting the Gellin duo. Ripping 2 cards. And what is it? We're going to go out with Sorcerer. Wow. Big hit there from Infusions. Absolute mindfuck this Delinquent Duo is in the hopes for James Arc. Sangan is going to be passed away to the graveyard. Clearly better units to be had. And here comes a T-set pass from Infusions. How will James Arc look to play this? Discarded the Sangan and had to discard the Chaos Sorcerer. No Thunder Dragon in hand. Kaiku coming down, getting a thumbs up from Infusion's Cap. Will this be met with a Gravekeeper Spy? It will, dealing 200. And we're going to see the Thunder Dragon post-attack. And just a straight pass. We're going to get a Ring of Destruction on the Kaiku. Get him out of here. And we're going to get a Chaos Monster of our own. Is it going to be? It is not. It is Chaos Sorcerer. And we're going to switch all the spies to attack mode. Going to clear off for 724, so 31 total. Take him down to 37. Now, are you going to have a way to protect your board here? Does have Chaos set up for himself. Going to elect to set a card and pass it right on back. Breaker's been used. MST and Heavy are still live. And we're going to get a set into a meta. Metaing off the Faith into 1,000 Eyes. We've seen Ring come down. Does he have the break? And we have the book! The book. Schooling the Professor, giving him a book to read, a book assignment. And that 1,000 Eyes is going to be face down. MST in the draw phase to play around the Dust Shoot. This might be it. If Chaos, if Infusion's Cap has a Mon, and he does, and that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote. Infusion's Cap takes the win. $400, stays undefeated throughout the day. Takes down the Professor, James Ark. What a hard-fought fight from him. What an incredible run he had with the Lunchbox. But Infusion's Cap was hot all day long. Congratulations to Infusion's Cap. Good showing. Good put out. Really, really happy with how this event went. I appreciate everyone who came out, played in the event, hung out with me in chat, showed up, won the giveaways, and just had a good time with us on this Saturday morning. Shout out to everyone who played and everyone a part of Atlanta Goat Format. Thank you for making our first season as fun as it was, and I look forward to what is to come in this new season starting next year. All right. What a game. What a run. Big shout out to everyone. I am probably planning to do a video with Pat regarding just this season 1 video. Just a little quick, maybe 5-10 minute video, something like that. But I'll get with Pat on that later. I'll let him relish in his earnings and his win here for the Invitational Season 1. All right, everyone. I'm going to head on out of here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What a match, man. We will also be uploading the VOD replays of this on the Atlanta Goat Format channel. Make sure you're subscribed and look out for our announcements coming soon regarding our events. We did talk about our 3v3 here today, but we do have a GGP coming up in April. So mark your calendars and we will catch you guys there. My name is Karem. I'll catch you guys later.